What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Neighbors Podcast. I'm Mitchell.
David here.
And we're joined with Colin.
Wow.
Dude, it's been a rough day.
Yeah, come on, man.
It's been a rough... Yesterday, it was tiring. It's the first time I've been out in the sun in like 10 years.
Yeah, you look a little pale.
Yeah. That's why Devin's friend Chelsea said that shit to me. She's like, you look like you need the sun. I was like, fuck you.
I mean...
But I do.
You said the house is haunted. Is it just you?
Yeah, it could be
Freaking
me.
Casper over
Yeah, I do.
Oh, ouch.
I don't know. I think it's because I don't wear shorts really that much. I just wear joggers, and then I don't really go outside. This is the light that I get, the studio grade light bulbs.
Tanning bed somewhere in your room.
No.
Spray tan it.
I fucking hate tanning because it burns your butt cheeks, man. Right?
I mean, you could just wear boxers.
You could, yeah. What do we know, you know?
Yeah, what do we know?
Have you guys ever been tanning in a tanning bed?
No.
Oh, all right.
You?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. To get tan? It was for like prom, I think. They wanted me to be tan, and I just did what they wanted me to do.
Oh, that's weird, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just a follower.
It's comfy though in there. It's warm. It's like a sleeping bag. You'll fall asleep.
Yeah, you fell asleep during it. That's why you burned your butt.
I get close.
Yeah, for real.
But they do it
Yeah,
for a specific period of time. They turn it on for like 5 minutes at a certain level, and then you just lay in there and it'll turn off by itself. You don't just get out and it just keeps running.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So it burns your ass cheeks though, because it's just like
if you expose your ass cheeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it would be so uncomfortable being in your underwear. You would have a tan line. Yeah, you'd have a tan line.
You're wearing clothes.
Yeah, but how many people are seeing you without your underwear on?
Yeah.
Probably like
on the
one,
weekend.
maybe two.
Depends on the weekend. You never know. It could be hundreds.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You got a pretty nasty tan line from golf. You should see Jesse's shit. Jesse's like his knees
tan.
down are like
Yeah.
tan. His arms tan. Takes off his shirt and it's just white.
He's pretty white.
You know,
yeah.
that was the
Same with
funniest
Doug.
thing about baseball.
Doug's the worst.
Doug's white too.
Yeah, Doug's
Yeah.
super white.
Summer, my left hand would be tan, and
Your
my
right hand.
right finger, just the pointer finger would be tan, and then my face.
From baseball, because your
Yeah.
finger out there.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I wore sleeves.
Why do they do that? Like, what's the point of the glove with the finger out, you know?
Honestly, I
You don't know?
I don't know.
You think it's just a cool thing? Like, I'm fucking
Well,
cool.
it's like a comfort thing. Like, there's something comfortable about it. I don't know what it is, but like,
Yeah, I mean, I would agree
it's
with that.
kind of like
yeah.
extra padding too, because like you're catching the ball like right here. So if like taking it out, you just give like that extra little bit of leather to like kind of protect your finger, so you don't just break it.
But it's just one.
Yeah, but you're catching it in the pocket. And like when you form that pocket, it's like if you close your hand.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
that.
I don't know.
I mean, if you did all of them,
Well, there has to be a reason. Because when you're in Little League, right, you don't have that shit.
Yeah, they do.
Not really.
I think they
Maybe
do now.
Maybe but when we were kids, they definitely didn't do
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, maybe because the ball's just not going as fast. So, what's the chances?
Well, there's this whole theory now. The MLB is like juicing baseballs, so
What does that mean?
like making the ball more hitter friendly, so it goes home runs over the fence. It's a firmer ball, so like the curveballs and shit. Like they're still good, hard to hit, but like the contact is just sending balls flying.
That's a conspiracy theory.
Maybe.
It's the
For sure.
I would love to look at the statistics.
Yeah, Juicegate.
Juice
Lame.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we're here with Colin. Colin just graduated with his master's in architecture. That's fucking cool. From Rhode Island.
Rhode Island School of Design. Yeah.
School of Design.
RISD.
What's it called?
RISD.
RISD. That's what everyone says.
Scroty's our mascot.
Scrody.
Scroty.
Scrody
yeah. He's a penis with balls. Very large.
Oh
balls.
my god.
Okay.
What?
Yep, that's a thing. Our basketball team is the Balls, and our hockey team is the Nads.
What?
Who plays basketball at Rhode Island School of Design? Just
I went to the tryout.
Okay.
Of I made the team, but I decided
holy
not.
fuck.
I decided not to do it because I was like, I thought I was gonna be too busy. Which like I could have done it my first year, but my second year, there's like no way.
Yeah. So
But,
that
like-
kind of sounded mean on my behalf. Like I was super surprised.
Yeah.
But normally when you go to school and you haven't played basketball, like really competitively for 6
Yeah.
years,
Well-
you're probably not going to make a college team.
But it's an art school, so like
Yeah, that was why I was just like, oh.
There's like 30 guys in the gym, like
All white.
No, they weren't all white. I mean, there's like international students. There's a couple of black guys. Like,
Okay.
I mean, it's fine, but like everyone has a ball, you start shooting and warming up and stuff, and like looking around. Probably within probably a minute, I'm like, I might be the best person here. And then like we went and we played some 5-on-5 and like did a few drills and stuff, and I was in the top 3 for sure.
Yeah.
Like there was 2 guys that were younger, they were just in better shape.
So do you just play against other nerds too?
Yeah, we play other art schools.
That's so awesome.
That'd be fun though.
Cool. That would be fun.
It was like you could have been like, I played college ball.
Yeah, I could have. Yeah, I should have done it. I mean, it's kind of like playing at high school. Like they have about the same number of people like show up for games and stuff. So.
What was the total? Do you know the total number of people that went to Rhode Island School of Design? That were a part of the Scroties, each vein on the Scrody.
The Scrode Squad. Students are called the pubes.
So graduated, I think there was like 210 graduates and then like 410 undergrads. Okay. So like it's probably like 6,000 or something like total.
Okay.
That's pretty small.
Yeah, that is pretty small, but that's cool.
Yeah, I mean it's the #1 art school in the nation, so.
Yeah, can't complain about that.
Nice, man.
Yeah. Degree on that is nice.
Yeah. It's like,
do you think people look at that though? Like, oh, he graduated from Rhode Island School of Design.
I mean, not necessarily the architecture community. Like the undergrad is really well known.
Okay.
Like undergrad's, I think, in the top 10 because it's been around for a long time. But the master's program is like, I don't know. It's not like.
Is that the mascot?
That's the mascot. Yeah, I think so. That was probably the first one.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a dick and balls.
He was not kidding.
It was a student. It was like a student started coming to games in that, and then it just kind of like adopted as like a.
Dude, could you imagine someone showing up to Portland State?
No.
Dude, it's crazy. So we were at graduation, and I was talking to one of my professors who's like, he went to school at RISD, and then like he's been a professor there for like 40 years or something. Okay. Crazy. He's been there forever.
So he basically graduated, maybe took like 2 or 3 years, and then was like, I'm going to stay here.
Or something, I don't know. Like somehow he ended up back.
I mean, 40 years is a long time. If he's still teaching, he's got to be close to being done.
Yeah, he's probably on his like final year or 2.
Let's say 22.
Yeah,
But
anyway, so he was like telling his graduation stories or whatever, because we're like, they like encourage you to like decorate your hat and do all this stuff, and he's like,
because some places don't.
Yeah,
some places like don't touch your shit.
Yeah.
Don't throw your hat, and you're like, bitch, I spent $80,000. I'm throwing this motherfucker, you know?
This thing's gone.
So he graduated like late 60s, early 70s or something, and he said that one guy, like, he went up in his robe or whatever, and when he got to like the top of the stairs or whatever to walk across the stage, just dropped his robe, was completely naked, just walked across, like super confident, walked across, like everyone was kind of like they didn't know how to react, and they just like handed his diploma and kept going. It wasn't a big deal. Like if you did that now, like you'd be arrested.
Arrested on a sex offender list. Yeah, people are angry. It's like, dude, who cares? Let the dude do that. I wonder what would really happen now. Who wants to take the bullet? Should we Rochambeau?
Who wants to take a bullet?
Take the bullet.
I was like, wow, Jesus.
Well, first,
I was a little confused.
Oh my God, man. What? Let's finish this thought though.
I said first I might need to graduate college. Then I could try.
PCC.
Yeah. Nah, dude,
I don't think you walk at PCC.
Dude, you do? I would be
at
no
CCC.
way.
Yeah, at my community college, Clackamas, people walked. Yeah, it's still a big deal, I guess.
Walked in what? Like for their,
you get associates.
Yeah, two-year degree.
Dude, I would not do that.
I didn't walk at any of my graduations after high school.
I could have just taken the diploma at high school too.
Oregon State,
fine, I think,
on the golf course drinking, live streaming it. Yeah, watching all those people just sweat their faces.
I mean, if you go to a big school like that, dude, you're there for forever.
Yeah, how did Oregon State do it? Because Portland State, we had like, I think it was like 10,000 people graduated or something, and they split it into 2, and like my group was like, I think it was like 5,000 or 6,000 people.
I don't think they split too many. I think they just did
way too many.
I think they did just one full day, and you just sat through everybody.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
Yeah,
I went to my cousin's graduation a long time ago. He graduated from University of Puget Sound, and it was so long. And even I don't even think the University of Puget Sound is like a huge school. It might be, but I don't know. Yeah. But I couldn't imagine like sitting through a whole day of every graduate from University of Oregon. Yeah. Or Oregon State. Like you'd be there for fucking. I mean, Portland State's not a small school either.
No.
Like it's that's state school pretty much. Yeah. Right. So. Ugh.
Wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But dude, would you really want to walk for an associate's degree.
Not an associate's degree.
Dude,
I'm not saying it's any like less of an accomplishment. Well, obviously in terms of years and
Yeah, it's only 2 years
it is
versus
less
4.
of an accomplishment than a bachelor's degree. But like, I've never heard of that. I've never once talked to anybody who's walked from.
Well, yeah, and I guess I wouldn't do it because like community college usually it's not like a community of students.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's like everyone kind of commutes, shows up for class, and then leaves.
Right. Yeah,
Like you're not really like hanging out, you know? Like
That's true.
I'm sure there's small groups of like, 50 people that go to like sports games and stuff, but like
Yeah.
that's why I wouldn't do it. Like you're not going to see any of your friends, like you're not going to know anyone.
Yeah,
like,
you're just sitting in a chair to shake someone's hand to take a piece of paper.
Yep.
I mean, I guess if you're like a first gen like student, then maybe.
If you work your ass off for it, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
I would like to talk to somebody who did. That'd be an interesting conversation. Why'd you do that?
That'd probably be a good reason.
Yeah, they might.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it would be. I can't think of one.
Like, I mean, like, what if you were like a single mom who like was low income and like you were able to fight through school and like your family wanted to support you or something?
Bust your ass.
I still don't know though if I would walk for it. I would just take the
it all
thing.
breaks down to the individual though.
My personality would be like, no, I'm taking this.
And that's
just
Yeah,
give it
but
to
you
me.
also like graduated early or whatever from high school, so because you didn't want to be there.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I just break it down different strokes for different folks.
You think she'd just be like, dude, I don't want to sit through this whole thing because I got money to make. That's what I think she'd be like.
Maybe. Or maybe she busted her ass and she's just like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna take the moment
I'm not
and enjoy
saying
this.
like don't be happy about it. I'm just saying it seems like it would be a dull affair. Like when you have so much more fun getting your diploma and throwing a fucking party for yourself.
Why can't you throw the party afterwards too?
No, I'm saying like don't waste the time to do that thing.
You just saying,
Just
like,
go straight to the party.
yeah.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It'd be interesting to talk to somebody. But I could see how somebody might want to, I guess.
Yeah.
But it seems like I didn't even know that was a thing. So,
Yep.
And there's probably a reason why you don't know, because no one does it. Right? Like probably
I don't
50?
know.
50 people?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
There was a couple hundred
I'm gonna have
at
to Google
CCC.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it's crazy how many people go to community college too. Like,
Well, I know that
Portland's-
part, but
like Portland Community College has like 70,000 enrolled students or something crazy like that are like part time or full time.
Yeah.
Unreal.
lots of people. Yeah, there's a lot, I guess. So of that 70,000, probably a decent proportion would.
Yeah. Well,
go.
and I kind of wonder that stat too. It's like how many of those people are just there to take like one class or something to like learn like something specific.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I did that.
PCC doesn't care. They're like, look at our numbers, dude.
Yeah.
We're crazy.
Like I mean, like like I took a class at PCC to get like to learn a software program for work.
Yeah.
So like people do it.
Did work pay for that?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
My work's awesome. I mean, we're a small company. Like I'm the fourth guy, but like they're totally willing to like support me.
Fourth guy
and, like,
who has like architecture as a
just fourth person.
fourth employee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like there's the two owners, an associate, and then me, and then we have like a part-time like business manager or whatever. Like she does like some of the accounting and like keeps us on track with stuff.
What is your title? I guess now.
Designer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. You can't say architect until you're licensed.
Okay.
So like I can't even say like architectural intern.
Interesting.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
But like, I mean,
But that's what you are.
I do it anyway. Yeah. I'm an architectural intern designer.
Yeah.
An intern, like I'm salaried. Like it's just because I'm still learning.
So what's your process of getting licensed?
So you have to have an accredited degree, which the master's was that. So you can either do like a 5-year undergrad or do a master's.
Yeah.
Because I did a 4-year undergrad in architecture, my master's was faster. I did it in 2 instead of 3.5 years.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that was nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't have gone back if I'd done a 5-year. Like I had a couple of classmates that were like, they'd done a 5-year and now they're doing another 2-year. Mm-hmm. I would not have done that.
Yeah.
Not that like school's okay. I don't enjoy it as much as some people.
Yeah.
Like I'm good at it, but it's after
cool.
doing it for so long, it's like
just
it's
kinda
cool.
becomes the same thing.
And architecture school is like brutal. Like you look at the stats, it's always architecture students spend like 5 more hours a week compared to like the next closest major.
Wow.
So
Really, even more than like a science thing?
yeah, like I think engineering's second. Like architects spend like an average of like 37 hours a week or something. Engineers like 32 or something. I don't know. You have to, don't quote me on that.
Yeah,
but if you look it up, it's something like that. And it's like every single year, it's always architecture students
Yeah.
that spend the most time.
Damn.
And it's not because our stuff's like harder than anyone else's. It's just time consuming.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you're designing a
models, a
building
bunch of
and
shit.
like, like you're building models. Like, it's just time consuming. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, yeah. So I have the degree, and now I have to have like 2.5 years of work experience.
After you have the degree,
Yeah.
you need it. Well,
I mean,
your other
you
shit
can
doesn't
start
matter.
at any time. Yeah. So like, I only have like 6 months left because I took 2 years between undergrad and grad school.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I have a couple months left, and you just have to hit like specific things. Like you have to do like, you know, kind of like firm related stuff. And then you have to do like design phase, like early design phase, and then like regular design phase, and then like construction management type stuff.
Okay. So like being on the site, construction management,
Yeah, so
like
like-
helping people like that.
Construction management. So like, you know, if like the contractor's like, hey, like you forgot to label this door on your drawing, like what kind of door it is, like you'd have to like go find it and then like send the information back. So that's considered like construction management. Or like site visits.
Yeah.
Like while they're building it, you go and kind of walk through and make sure that like everything's kind of happening the way you designed it. And then like they can ask you questions there too.
Sure.
So that's like every other week. Sometimes if it's a big project, every week usually.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
considered a big project? Like when you go, oh, that's because earlier you said off air, we said like, oh, we have a bunch of small
projects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's that for your firm?
Yeah, so like small projects for our firm is like, you know, we'll pull in like $200,000 or $300,000 of like fee or less. I mean, like a house would be like super small. Like we're only gonna make like 15, 20,000 off a house, which sounds like a lot of money, but like when you split it across like 4 people, and then you have to pay the overhead and like all the software. I mean, my boss was like, yeah, I'm going to spend $6,000 on updating one software program for 3 of you to use. Like, yeah, and that's for a year. You know, like you have to do it every year. So like, yeah, 20,000 sounds like a lot, but it's really not that much. So
It would be a
like,
lot if you did it in bulk, right? Like if you could get through a bunch.
Yeah, I mean, if you did like 15, 20 houses.
Yeah,
then
if I'm your boss and I go, I'm spending $6,000 to update the software for a year, I might spend a little bit more time making sure that we get a few more houses so that it pays for that software.
Yeah.
Maybe, but then it could deter you from taking the bigger project. I
The
guess.
thing
I don't
is,
know.
like a design-focused firm, which like we are, like we're gonna do every house custom. So like you're really not saving time. Like if you were doing like the firms that like make money off stuff like that, like they're like, oh yeah, well totally 20,000 is great because they just do the same house.
Okay.
So like we don't, like my firm doesn't do that, and I wouldn't want to be a part of a firm that did that. It's just not exciting. Like,
Yeah,
you're
it's
just
like cookie cutter.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like people become like corporate stuff. So like, you know, like I know of a firm that was doing like banks. So like whatever bank, like Umco Bank, right? And they like
design all
want
their
to put
shit.
one in this mall. So like they have their generic setup, and they're like, but this shape is like it's slightly longer, or we're like whatever. So like you just have to adjust it to fit that space.
Yeah.
So like you're
Boring.
spending a little bit of time, but like realistically, your time
It's not
commitment is like,
designing.
it's really low. Yeah. It's like you're just
You
doing
go
their
buy a different shaped
standard.
star.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that like that's not exciting. So yeah, so a small project, like anywhere from like 20,000 to probably like 100,000, 200,000, and this is like. I mean, I guess that's construction cost or something. Like anything below like $1 million construction cost. So like our firm, you're gonna make like 7 to 13% of the construction cost.
Okay.
So like $1 million, you're gonna make 130,000.
Yeah.
And so like that's kind of like small, and then like a medium-sized project's probably like 2 million to like 15 million or something.
Wild.
Yeah.
And then like a bigger project for us would be like 32 million. Like we're trying to go after a project that's, you know, it's in the like 30 million range, I think. And so like if we win that, I mean, that's like probably a 3-year project, you know, say we get like 8% of that. So, you know, just below 10%, that's, you know, 3 million or something. But then like we have consultants too. So like we're going to pay our structural engineer. And so, so we'd really only get like probably 60% of that even.
Right.
So like now we're down to like $1.5 million or $1 million.
It just flies quick.
Yeah, and that's over the course of a year. And you think about like, you know, say a person like my boss's salary, I have no idea what it is, but like let's say it's 100,000.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you take that out over 4 years. I mean, that's like half the cost right there, you know. So
Yeah, that's interesting.
yeah. It's weird like dealing with big numbers like that.
Yeah, it's super
Like,
strange. Yeah, because like when I go, yeah, when you hear $1 million, you're like, that seems big. Like, nah, dude, that's tiny.
It's tiny. Yeah.
Is what you're doing? Is that what you kind of like got into architecture for? Like, this is because you said I wouldn't want to work for a design or for an architecture firm that did some of the cookie cutter stuff. Yeah. So you're in a designer space more than in some of the other firms.
Yeah.
Would you say like that's something the reason why you got into it?
The designing stuff, definitely. Yeah. I mean, like, so I got into architecture, like, in high school, I took drafting classes and stuff, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. Yeah, Mr. Larson, he's the best, man. I took every class. Drafting 1, 2, which is like mechanical stuff. Yeah. And then architecture 1 and 2, which is really just kind of like further drafting. Like, it's not true. Like, you go to architecture school, and I was like, this is way different.
Yeah, it was crazy, though, like, the access to that program as a high schooler. So wild. So
awesome. Yeah. And then I took wood shop and construction with him. Okay. So I was like, I took like every class I could take with him. But now they have like laser cutters and like all this stuff.
Oh, really?
3D printers. Dude. I'm like, dude, I wish I had.
Yeah.
Like, literally like 2 years after we left, I was like, oh,
that's unreal.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They had. That surprises me that Aloha would spend that money to get that stuff.
Well, I know they're like, because that's like the wood shop and the auto mechanic shop, that's like trade stuff.
Right.
And like most high schools don't have it. Like I think Aloha might be the only one in Beaverton School District. And so the budget for that stuff is like pretty high.
Yeah.
Because they're the only program that does that.
Didn't we have kids from other school that would come to Aloha?
I think that would do auto shop, I don't know about wood shop, but
no,
auto
I don't
shop,
think wood shop. I think auto shop was the one, which is kind of cool.
I think I took 2 classes with Larson.
Yeah,
I did drafting. No, actually, I did 3. I did drafting. I had 1 woodworking, and then 1 construction. Fuck, what was it? Might have been 2 construction classes with him.
Woodworking and construction, where you like build a shed or something.
I think I only did drafting with him.
Drafting and 2 construction classes, because you could take construction multiple times to get an elective credit, and it was just fun because you could work with your hands, so you could be outside and not have to be in a fucking classroom all the time.
Taking notes, showing your work.
Yeah.
Dude, it was just
you would absolutely
nail
take
that
notes and
nail that
work.
thing right there. Nail that board there. You're like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
What do you do today?
You're done.
Put nails in a board.
We built my construction class built the shed for the like daycare thing that we did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it was fun. Yeah, it was kind of cool to then actually do something and see it being built.
Yeah. So anyway, that's like, I did that and I was like, oh, I really like architecture, went to school, found out it's like way more artistic. Like you draft, obviously, like you have to draft, but like we're doing like.
But you liked drawing too.
Yeah, I like drawing
you drew some crazy stuff too.
I enjoy drawing, and I've always liked making things and stuff. So, but it's like very artistic. Like I would say I'm like one of the least artistic people.
Yeah.
Just because like I'm very pragmatic. Like I want to like be able to build it, and like I think about like how these things, and like some of my classmates in school are just like they're doing like the most crazy artistic stuff.
Yeah.
Like this one girl, she was doing. Their studio was about like the ocean and like how do you like describe the ocean and enhance stuff. So she made this like she was looking at waves and like tides or something. So she made this like net that she was like strung up on this frame, and it had like these giant bolts in it. Like I mean they were like foot long bolts, and then like it was on this frame, and you could like swing it. So like the wave of the motion, and they would like cling together, and it was like creating the like giving a voice to the ocean and like creating the sound of like a wave.
I can guarantee you right now I would not make it 3 days in that program.
Dude, she must have been so stoned.
No, dude.
No, she wasn't. She's just like artistic. It's crazy.
That's unreal.
She is stoned.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or I'm like what did other people do? Like, you know, they do their thesis on like one girl was doing her thesis on like what is it like a future city look like based on like the kind of a projection, like Black Mirror type stuff of like where society's going, like, and so it was like this hyper realized like if there's security cameras and everything everywhere and like every part of your life is like visible, like what does that city look like? Like that her thesis was on something like that. Jesus. So it's like you can do like all this like random stuff.
Did you have to do a thesis?
I did, yeah.
You just did The Sims.
That's it. It's like how can I build the best house?
Building the best house on The Sims.
The Sims,
do this shit. No cheat codes.
No, my
little Minecraft action.
Yeah.
My thesis,
that might be better actually.
Yeah, Minecraft. Yeah, I bet somebody's done that. I was reading actually. There's a firm in New York or something. So they do like really cool stuff, and his thesis was on like how do you take a 2D game like Pac-Man, and I think there was one other one like Mario or something, and make it into like a 3D thing.
Yeah.
Because in architecture, you take like a plan,
Yes.
and then you take you guys
yeah.
took drafting, so you take a plan and then you take an elevation on like the side, and like from that you can create a 3D thing.
Sure.
So he's like, well, if you have like the rules of the game and like one like the plan, like the 2D version, can you make something 3D out of that? Like if you have two of the three things, can you like make something 3D? And like that was his thesis. I was like, that's super cool. And this was like the dude went to like Harvard or something. I was like, that's awesome. I mean, and this was like probably 15, 20 years ago. But
And yours was?
so mine was on like creating slowness in architecture. So like how can you create like mindful, like restful space? So I looked at a lot of like
Feng shui and shit.
material. No, not necessarily feng shui, but like materiality.
Just
like
me one time. I'll kill you. I know nothing.
like how light moves across, like, you know, like you sit outside under a tree and the pattern of the light kind of moves, and so like looking at like how do you create shadows and stuff as like the sun moves, like the shadow moves, and like if you don't really notice it, you're just walking by, you're like, oh, there's a shadow on the ground, like, but if you sat there for an hour, like you'd see it move. So stuff like looking at stuff like that. I made like this one space that was like, it had like a glass ceiling, and like it was a reflecting pool on the top, so there's like 2 inches of water, so that it would like reflect
Is this
the
the thing
water.
that you had on your Instagram?
Yeah, it's on my Instagram.
And it would kind of just like ripple, right?
Yeah, so it just kind of rippled, but then underneath, because it had a glass bottom, the space underneath would have like all those like crazy light things that water creates, like
that's
underneath.
Cool.
Yeah, and it was just a space you'd like sit and like watch the light from the water.
That's real.
If you guys have
that's wild.
Instagram, Colin Edward 21 is his Instagram, and it is like his fourth picture here.
Yeah, Colin
This
was one
is
out.
what you built this. Where'd you build this?
Well, so that's
This is a rendering.
that's a rendering, yeah. So you, like 3D modeled and then rendered it.
It's cool.
And then I did build a model of it, but I don't think I've posted a photo of it.
Oh, that's wild.
I probably should post a photo of it. Yeah.
That's wild.
It's cool.
That's really
I remember
cool.
seeing that. I was like, what is this place?
Yeah.
This is a zoo?
So that's my thesis.
That's what I thought at first. I was like, are you watching things swim under here? It's cool though.
So did you do the full process of like that whole render and everything?
Yeah, I did everything. Yeah,
Wow.
that's all me. Yeah, so it's like I model in Rhino, which is kind of like, it's a kind of a cross between like AutoCAD and SketchUp.
Okay.
And then there's like another software that renders it and makes it look pretty close to photorealistic.
Okay.
And then like people, and like I did a little bit of light, like because it didn't render super strong in the light, and I wanted to like really make it pop.
Okay.
So just Photoshop.
You're
people in Photoshop.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. You use Photoshop usually, right? Like, because you've done artwork for me for streaming before. Were you using Illustrator or were you using?
That's probably Illustrator. Yeah. Like when you're streaming, I was doing like the banners and stuff. Like that's all Illustrator, just because you can get better quality out of it.
How come? I don't know anything about the project. Because whenever I think like graphic design, I think everyone's using Photoshop. That's what I think.
Well,
in my head.
like the Adobe, like the three big ones, like InDesign for like if you see like newspapers or like anything
Magazines,
printing,
articles,
that's all InDesign. And then like Photoshop, obviously for editing images and that kind of stuff. And then usually if you're creating like graphics, it's in Illustrator.
Okay, so Photoshop is more for like editing existing photos.
Yeah, so
and images. Where Illustrator is more creating them from scratch.
I would say Photoshop's more for manipulation.
Yeah, so editing stuff.
Things.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's not like just photographs either, though. Like
Yeah, you can do different things. So like the biggest thing is like Photoshop's based on pixels. So like an image is only like it has a set number of pixels.
Sure.
And like you can expand it, and like Photoshop just kind of like guesses at what the in between. But you're gonna lose image quality, right? Because it's making that information. Yeah. So Illustrator, on the other hand, is based on math. So it's like
it's all vectors.
This point in space is related to this point by like this ratio, right? Like, so if you scale like a triangle by a ratio, it's always the same triangle. Yeah. So it's this Illustrator is the same, right? Like you're scaling that line or that object or whatever based on math, and so it's calculating it. And so like when you scale it, it gets like the perfect, like it's there's no distortion.
Interesting.
And so
I would never know.
Yeah, that's the difference.
The other cool thing too is like in Illustrator you can always go back, but in Photoshop like there's only so far that you can go back to. So
you can change that though.
Okay.
I don't know if you knew that yet.
Oh, I didn't know that
it,
one. No.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like if you can go back like Photoshop, I think is like default like 25 times or something, maybe 50. Okay. But if you set it to like 800, like it's just going to eat up space on your like, computer's memory.
Sure,
So like you'd have to have like a much stronger computer.
See, I just steer clear of Photoshop because there's just so much to learn. I just haven't taken a deep dive.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy. Like I have professional photographer friends, and they all just use Lightroom. because they're like, it's like kind of the less power. I mean, it's like still super powerful, but less powerful version of Photoshop.
Kind of like the bare essentials.
Is Lightroom an Adobe product?
It's an Adobe product. It's a lot cheaper, and it's like it's set up for photo editing. So like it's like, you know, like Instagram you edit, it's like, you know, the
that seems so crazy
and stuff
to me.
What?
It's like, I guess there has to be a niche, but like that Photoshop will create a bunch of different like editing software. Like it just seems weird that it will all want to be packaged into one thing.
Well, because
or like two.
You can get into things that are so specific. I mean, like what's the video one?
Premiere Pro.
Premiere, yeah.
I have that.
I've used that a little bit. Like that's like it's like you can do very basic movies in Photoshop, but like Premiere's just 100% better. Like so it's a whole thing just for that.
Yeah, I guess I understand like having the difference between editing photos and editing videos.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wouldn't have ever guessed that they would have
like,
all these different ones that seem like they kind of do the same thing, but they have more of like the niche. Like if you're really editing photos, like whatever it was called, Lightroom is better for it at times.
I mean, like Photoshop is like you can use it to like create a rendering, like combining people. Like I put people and stuff in that. Like from that, like so I took another photo and put the person in there. Yeah, like you wouldn't do that in Lightroom. Illustrator, like Lightroom would just be like light levels and like contrast and stuff like that.
So just taking what you have.
Does it simulate sort of, kind of like? Well, maybe it wouldn't because you can't edit them. But like, maybe that's a dumb question. Never mind. We'll go forward. Because you can't edit shit in this. I was thinking, what is the room called where you're doing the photos for film and shit? What's that called?
The green screen or green room or whatever?
No, where you go into the red room thing. Yeah, what's that room
the dark room?
Dark room, there we go.
No, that's for developing film.
That's for developing film, yeah. So, but I was saying, like, in terms of... Because if you fuck up the lights in there, right, it'll change the thing. So that's just what I was... That's where my head went.
I mean, that's like, it's the modern, like, way more advanced version of that,
Yeah, I guess it's... Yeah.
That's really what it... I mean, because you can develop film different ways to get, like, different effects.
Yeah.
But you, like, really have to know what you're doing.
I'm going to act like I knew that because that's where my head went. So, I've been wrong about every other thing. So, I'm like, oh, yeah, fuck you, Colin. It's not that. It's not that. Yeah. So, Colin and I have known each other since kindergarten, I think. It's been a while. Maybe before that.
Wow, that was it started out so, like, I know this.
Well, I can't remember. Because we went, because Devin always says we went to kindergarten together, which I think we did. But at one point they switched shit around. Yeah. And I have a terrible memory. Yeah. Especially from me when I was fucking 5.
Yeah. I have no clue. I know for sure we went to kindergarten together. I think there was 2 kindergarten classes. I think you were the other one.
It was like an AM and
we were definitely
PM.
there.
Yeah.
But I think we were both AM.
Okay, yeah. There's like the clerk and something else. And I think I started out as one. Like, I think I started out in PM and then I switched to AM one time. I don't have to ask my mom. She'd know more.
Good Lord.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
Was this at Hazeldale?
Yeah.
They did it at AM, PM?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I mean, almost every school does. Just,
Didn't know that.
Because kindergartners, they can't go for a full day. They're just getting used to it.
Yeah. Because they're, yeah.
I just don't remember that.
No, because we would... I mean, maybe this was after kindergarten, but I remember riding the bus home, and we were like the only people on the bus. It was a huge bus, and like it was a small neighborhood. So
dude, I do remember.
There's like 3 of us.
Crawl underneath the seats
we would crawl underneath the seats and like go from one seat to the next.
Yeah,
I remember one time you found a Jolly Rancher. It was still in the wrapper.
Still in the wrapper.
You found it and you ate it.
Yeah. Still in the wrapper.
I remember you were like crazy. I remember thinking that.
Yeah. No. To this day, I'm still like,
Dude, this happened. What happened the other day? Someone had this same thing similar happened where it was in the wrapper. They found some candy. And they fucking ate it, and I was like,
I mean, like, if you're gonna eat anything that's left, like candy, like, there's so many preservatives, it's probably the thing to eat. You know what I mean?
But just like,
I suppose like Jolly Ranchers. I suppose Jolly Rancher, in terms of the wrapper, probably not the safest candy to eat because it kind of has an opening. You know, here, I got some right here.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I got a Jolly Rancher right here. Yeah. So like, shit can get in there, you know. Where like, if you grabbed a mint. You know those Lifesaver mints? They're wrapped. They're concealed. You're not getting in there.
100% concealed.
A Starburst, I'd consider a Starburst maybe.
Is that just because that's your candy? Or?
No, that's just like so much like tightly packed.
Oh, okay.
You know? Like you can't really get in that unless you just like rip it.
Do you have a favorite candy? This is the section where Colin interviews you.
Yeah. Milky Way Midnight Dark or Black, whatever, like the dark chocolate one.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, so chocolate. So you're like
no.
So like candy bars are different than like candy. You know what I mean? Like I mean that's like I would classify like a like a chocolate bar or candy bar as like separate from like
Skittles.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So are we calling Skittles a candy? Like, or is that?
Yeah, Skittles or like Sour Patch, like those are all candies.
Some fruity type of shit.
Like just like chocolate, I feel like is not. I don't count
Reese's
chocolate
Pieces?
as a candy.
How come?
Yeah, I don't count that.
What the fuck,
Reese's
Colin?
Pieces.
Chocolate is just like its own category. I feel like.
It's not candy?
No, I get
it's
where you're coming
sweet,
from.
but it's
That
like
makes
it's
sense.
not like I don't know. I feel like chocolate's different than like candy. When I think of candy, I don't think of chocolate.
So like a
Okay.
candy versus a candy bar kind of thing?
Yeah,
Gotcha,
yeah.
okay.
I don't know because like candy bars are usually chocolate, and I just feel like chocolate's like a whole nother
So when you go like
category.
if he said
Chocolate's the
Whoppers.
cookie cutter home of candy, right?
Yeah.
So like if
Yeah.
he said Whoppers though.
Whoppers, I'd say that's a candy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not specifically chocolate, it's just
So it's
chocolate bars.
Like chocolate bars, I guess. Yeah.
So like the things that come in like boxes, bunch of little pieces, more than just, you know,
Yeah,
eat
I
4
guess
bites
I don't
and
know.
you're done.
I've never really thought about this much, but
Oh
something
no,
like
let's deep dive this. Let's unpack this.
I love candy. I eat candy all the time.
Oh really? See,
Yeah, my wife hates it. Yeah, she's like so mad at it. Yeah, I eat candy all the time. I always have like a couple boxes of candy in the
There you go.
cupboard.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
are the candies in there?
Tanya will probably be like that. She always wants Blizzards or something sweet. And she's the
Yeah,
exact same as my
I'm
mom,
like that,
dude.
yeah.
My mom
Oh, I
always
can
has candy.
always eat,
You know what's
yeah.
crazy? So I came
Yeah,
home.
just upstairs. I
Yeah.
had like a piece of candy. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was coming home last night, and it was like 11 because we went boating around 2, and then Tanya and I, when we came back, we went and ate dinner, and we went and hung out at Devin's house again. We stayed there for a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, right when I came home, my mom had put her purse on like this hall tree.
Yeah.
And there was a box of hot tamales right there.
Oh yeah.
As
So
I walked
in, yeah.
As I walked in, I like looked at it and I was like, oh, I ate like 6, and then we just went down and slept. So, yeah, just like I like candy too.
Yeah.
It's terrible because
That's really bad for you.
I have it's really bad for you,
Yeah.
and I mean sugar
Yeah.
is the worst.
Yeah.
And the way that I gain weight is
Yeah.
like my lower
Oh,
stomach,
me
you know,
too.
and that's what candy does to you.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
what candy does to you because it
Oh,
just sinks into
100%.
fat and it just
Yeah.
stores in that bitch.
Yeah.
I prefer ice cream. That's like the sweet that I
Oh,
go
ice cream.
to.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
but see, for
But see,
for
like
people who
ice
love
cream and
sweets-
chocolate, like I feel like that's
No, I get it, but like I don't eat a bunch of sweets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
like, see, like chocolate is like another category. Like
Yeah.
people are like, oh, I don't like sweets, but I like chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
gotcha.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, I don't like
it's
sweets, but
kinda
I like
the-
ice cream.
Yeah,
Kind of like
yeah,
sweets,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
you like dessert, but it's not like to me. Like
I hate
like,
cake.
candy's different.
I hate
Yeah.
cake,
Yeah.
but I love
Okay.
sweets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
for sure.
it's not an everyday. See, I just lump it as a whole as a sweets. Like
Yeah,
I don't do
okay.
it every day. I don't
Yeah.
snack on it all the
Oh
time.
no,
I do
I
way too
definitely have
much.
something sweet every day.
Yeah.
for sure.
100%.
Like, like right now, like I was big into Mike and Ike's when I was at school, but like now, like on the road trip back, actually, I found like sour Mike and Ike's, and they're so good.
Tanya loves sour stuff.
And like you can't find them everywhere, but
Okay.
like I'm like,
So
they're
you find
awesome.
them, you just
I
buy
found
them,
I
buy
bought
them,
like
sell them?
literally like we were on the road trip. We were in Maine or something, and I was like, I found them, and I was like, they were like 95 cents a piece. I was like, yep, and I bought like 12. My friend's like, what are you buying all this candy for? I was
trust me,
like,
this
'cause
shit will
I mean,
be-
I'm gonna save it. Like I'm not
Right.
gonna eat it all on a trip, but like
That's a lot.
it's hard to find.
Yeah, that's a
I mean,
little bit
it's
of a lie for
definitely a
sure.
lot. I probably ate like 6 boxes.
Yeah.
Over the course of like 4 days. So
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, Colin loves. I think you like sour stuff though, because
I love sour
yeah,
stuff.
because when you came
Yeah.
home from England or wherever the fuck you were, you brought home
that's
that
right. I had
really
I
sour
gave you one,
stuff.
the
Yeah.
Black Death.
Yeah.
Most sour thing I've ever had in my life.
Was it like
Yeah.
enjoyable sour or just like?
I mean, I love sour stuff, so yeah.
Okay.
But like most people, like
If
they put it in
it's
and
sour
like
as shit.
instantly they're like, nope, can't do it.
I think
It's that.
I definitely
Okay.
ate all mine, but I was like, wow.
that's wow.
It's like
okay.
it's like a gobstopper. Like it's probably about that big.
yeah.
But
Size of a quarter?
It's like
Yeah.
size of a quarter, and it's like probably half of it is like coated in like sour stuff. So like it legit lasts for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's the most extreme sour I've ever like. Imagine like just eating like a whole thing of Warheads
Yeah,
at
I
the
was
same
just
time.
gonna talk about that.
Yeah. Like
I remember-
all of them at the same time.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's rough.
I don't know if I could do that.
It was good, though.
I like sour, but like
Yeah.
My mouth is salivating thinking about it.
Has to have
Yeah,
a
me
little
too.
flavor.
Yeah. But it's like it's to the point where like they have a warning on it, like careful, like can cause your mouth to be like raw. Like you can't like you couldn't eat tuna raw because your mouth would
Yeah.
be so raw.
You telling me I'm weak?
No, like
I'll do it. Let's go to England right now.
They're
I mean, you
good.
can do
I
it.
like
You just
them.
want to have taste buds for like
That's
a week.
fair, yeah.
Yeah,
Probably eat
get
some
the roof
healthier
of your
stuff
mouth
that way
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
yeah.
kale, this is good for me. Oh, it doesn't taste like anything. We're good.
But,
But, wow.
yeah.
I remember doing the Warhead thing, like just seeing how many.
I mean,
you
it's
could-
still around.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh
They're
yeah.
good.
Super good.
I love
Yeah,
them.
like
The
Warheads,
lemon was
yeah.
always the one that got me though.
I hate
I
lemon
don't like
stuff.
the flavor.
They need to get rid of
Yeah.
it. They need to make a pack that just doesn't have lemon in there.
I was talking to somebody the other day. They like the lime and lemon, like the citrus flavors. Don't like the other stuff.
Yeah, so then see, they just need a lime and citrus pack that person can buy, and I need one without that shit.
It's great because like hanging out with her, she's gonna eat all the ones I don't want to eat. And I get to eat all the red ones. You know.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Alicia doesn't like. She doesn't like sweet stuff.
She's not sweet, dude. It kills me. She hates it. Like we'll be like, I'm like, I really want ice cream. We don't have any ice cream, so like, she's like, yeah, ice cream sounds good. Like, let's go to the store. Go to the store. Then like we put like one foot in the store, and she's like, I don't want ice cream. I want chips and salsa. So she's like salty and like savory stuff. So she'll go buy chips and salsa, and I'll buy ice cream.
We're still buying 2 quarts. I don't care. We came here for 2 quarts. We're leaving with 2 quarts. Yeah.
But yeah, her thing is like salty stuff. So like or like carbs, like pasta and like chips. Like those are her things. Like she could eat like a whole
Where's
bag
Alicia
of chips.
from? Like, what's her like
nationality?
Yeah. Not like where did she come? Like German.
I don't know.
Curious.
She's white European.
She's super white. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all super white.
No, you're super white.
She grew up in
Sorry,
boring.
I'm not
Oregon.
super white.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Did you say you're not super white?
Yeah, I'm not super white.
I mean, you're not super white, but like you're.
Let's
you're
just
white.
put it this way, David. If you ran into Compton, you would die.
Well, yeah, no shit.
That's how white
I'm
you
not.
are.
No.
Yeah.
No. First off,
He's
I'm
just
not,
an average white person.
I'm not going to Compton. That's how white I am.
I don't know. That kind of sounds worse.
That sounds mean. But I like talking about skin
You're just
tone.
an average
just an
white
average
person.
You're just an average white guy, you know?
First off,
not
I
too
swear
white.
I'm an average white guy, so like I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be mean.
Yeah.
You're above average.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
No.
Yeah.
You're trying to sway a different
He's
way.
a
You're so
scrody,
average.
man.
I'm a
Scrody. Yeah, scrody. Ugh. That's still crazy to me.
Dude, the logo, you guys missed this. So the basketball team's the balls. The logo is like 2 basketballs going through the net. So it looks like a scrotum.
Looking this up right now.
Good God.
And that's like the big thing. Like the basketball team and the hockey team, like the balls and the nads, like that's the big thing. So like that, like you go to the bookstore and there's like all this like swag of like.
That's super interesting that it's basketball. Nice.
That's
it's
incredible.
basketball or hockey. Those are the two.
Those are the two. I mean, like we have like a intramural soccer team or whatever. Like we have that stuff, but they're just like less popular to go to.
Right.
Like the ones that people go to are the basketball and the hockey.
Right.
Probably just because it's like a small area and you can kind of cheer people on.
Yeah.
So I'm Googling this right now, and there's an article that says balls stick together.
Yeah, that's their slogan. Yeah. When things get
Harry.
No, it's when things
Exactly where I went to.
It's something like that. It's like when things get heated or something, the balls stick together or something like that.
They do.
That's the slogan.
Fucking Velcro, dude. That's something like guys won't understand a lot of stuff about girls, right? But girls will never understand the absolute pain it is when your balls stick to one of your legs and you got to rip that shit off.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Jesus.
They'll never understand that.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I don't think that happens to me very often.
Yeah.
Really?
Or-
You don't get Velcro balls? It's
No.
No, Velcro
Can't say
balls.
I do.
I think you have an issue.
No, dude.
Yeah.
That's a normal thing. I know for a fact that's a normal
I mean,
thing.
I'm sure it is. I personally have not struggled
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's still on my to-do list of experiences.
Yeah. It'll happen to both of you guys in like a week. You guys see.
Yeah,
It's
can't
getting
wait.
hot out. You guys will see.
Texting you.
Yeah, you guys are going to be like, oh, shit, it happened. Yeah, it's going to be rough. You guys will be upset about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not excited.
Yeah, it's rough. But that's a crazy mascot, man. I
Yeah,
couldn't.
It is crazy.
I couldn't imagine that.
I think I did hear that this year
They're like getting rid of
the
it.
president like banned it from attending events or something.
Dude, all the pubes are gonna rage at that school.
But like, why? But like,
That's it, man. That's the student
That's
section
nice.
right
Yeah.
there. The pubes.
but like, my
Yeah.
question is like, I don't know. Like, I guess if you flipped it, like if you guys were like the vaginas, I don't know, like a code name for a
I
vagina.
think
You know,
like
scrotes,
the
what would be
women's
it?
soccer
The
team or
flaps?
something. Like every sports team has some kind of like
What do you mean?
they have like every soccer team has like some kind of like innuendo.
to balls. And nuts.
Or like
or dicks.
or just like genitalia. And so I think the women's soccer team is, I can't remember what it is, but I think it is something that's like woman related.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just funny. It's like, yeah, our school, man.
Yeah, they'll get you every time.
Get you every time.
Our kids low key freaks though. I remember in high school, you know, the people who you're like, you kind of, no one was like, if you weren't in that group, of band or choir or of that art thing. Like, you knew who they were.
Yeah.
And our class was a little bit different because we were all pretty much friends with one another.
Close, yeah.
Like, at least...
There's a little bit of separation.
There's some separation, but you always hear, like, classic... like bullying,
the jocks,
or like
hate
jocks
the,
hate the
that
people.
definitely wasn't.
It wasn't that way for us, and we might not. Have,
I guess we were more on the jock side, so that's what we noticed. We weren't like us and our friends were not bullying other people.
Yes, we were not rude to other people. That so they might have felt like we didn't include them. I guess that's totally possible. But I never felt like I excluded anyone or that I wouldn't talk to anyone.
Yeah.
But there were times where like. Because their group were just separated, right? Because if you, like you said, we were athletes, so we hung out with more athletic people. Yeah. And these guys were like, you would walk past like the band thing, and they would just be making out.
Dude,
yes. And like they would be, and then I don't know,
didn't even
like
care.
When you get to a point though where you're wearing like cat ears in high school and like a tail or maybe a cape, I know you're doing some weird shit at home because you're doing that shit in public. You know? That's right? Yeah. Like you're coming out in public wearing that. So what do you do behind closed doors? And fair. Sometimes you got a glimpse. You're like, oh shit, they're making out, and he's still wearing his trombone. Like shit's going crazy. There's trumpet, and they're still holding
wearing
shit.
Wearing your trumpet?
I don't know. They're just doing weird shit.
You know? Yeah,
that's how crazy shit got.
Let him have it, Colin.
Okay.
That's how crazy shit got.
Yeah. Tuba maybe.
Drumstick. That'd be weird. Somewhere. It's not supposed to be.
Wow. Okay.
They're crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I remember when I walked down. I can't remember what hall it was, E or F or something. But I walked and like turned the corner, and then there's
G hall, isn't it?
Might have been G. I don't know.
Anyway.
But yeah, like they, like two people were just pressed up against a wall. I think it was two guys were just pressed up against a wall, making out in front of. It was a history teacher or some guy that people really liked. Yeah. I can't remember. And no one did a damn thing.
Like Mr. Smith.
It was just
or
crazy because
I
remember like hugging girls in middle school and like getting in trouble or like holding hands with girls in middle school. But then in high school, people would just make out there and you're just like, what is happening? You know? Yeah. It was crazy. They're freaks, man. Yeah. They are. And plus from just being now on the gamer side of things and seeing what like people do on that. Like, dude, the other day I was reading this thing where some girl was selling bath water. Her fucking bath water, dude. I didn't believe it. Like, I just didn't believe it, so I had to, like, look it up. Yeah. And I, like, looked, and it's literally, like, she's like a cam girl or something of that effect who is on the gaming side. So she'll wear, like, cosplay, like, gaming stuff. Yeah. Well, she's in the bathtub wearing some form of anime. She looks like she just is
a character
pulled out of anime, right? Yeah. But she's like the typical like white girl who really likes anime, and so she kind of dresses that way. Her makeup's the same, that kind of thing. And she's like she like is like sitting in bathwater, and then she like holds this thing up, or then she'll like spit the bathwater into it, and then like screw it tight, and she sells it. Literally is selling it, and people are buying it. So I don't know if it's a weird thing from like. That's what I mean. They're freaks, dude. It's crazy.
Dude, your face,
they're freaky.
After hearing that, I will eat the Jolly Rancher.
But like,
do you get adventurous? Like, I'll do that.
Like,
do you go, wow, like that's crazy that she can do, like that she's crazy for doing that, or you're like, wow, people are buying that?
Both.
Yeah,
100%.
Both. 100%.
Hold on, I'll find it.
This is actually last night. Somebody was telling me that like he in college to make money almost sold socks because like people have foot fetishes and stuff.
Oh, like his own socks.
Yeah, he almost like sold socks, and he's like, I think I would have done it, but you had to include a picture like of yourself. And I was like, well, what's the like? What would you like if it was just like a picture of like, your legs? Would you have done it? He's like, probably
for sure.
Yeah,
I'm just an average white guy, so it could be anybody.
Yeah.
Pass that up. That's literally her selling her fucking bathwater.
Oh my,
that's gross.
God, dude.
See, like straight out of anime.
Like,
yeah, that's she looks just like an anime character. That's freaky.
Yeah,
that's really freaky.
Gross.
Is she good at video games?
I don't know. I didn't look that far into it. Yeah. If she can play, I might buy this.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Dude, I'm just like, I wonder, like, people like that, if she was a cam girl and she switched over to streaming because, like, video games and streaming is coming a thing.
I'll tell you what. She would be popular, but she'd be popular in all the worst ways in terms of what you would want your popularity to be from. So for me, when I think of, like, I've said this, did I say this to you the other day? I was like, I want to be famous. Did I say that to you?
I don't think so.
I said it to somebody, and I've said this for a long time. Like, with streaming and doing stuff, like, there's a certain notoriety that can come from it that, like, I've wanted for a long time.
Yeah.
And I got some of it.
Yeah.
Like I really did, which was really cool. But the people who are famous in this way,
Yeah.
on Twitch,
Yeah.
specifically because that was the platform that I'm on,
Yeah.
the people who watch them are the worst fucking people on the
super
internet.
creepy, yeah.
No, not just because I mean there is that.
Yeah.
But there's no like when I'm streaming, I like if my notoriety came from that, I would want it to be because I was like a genuine person and I built a cool fan base and a cool community and I got to know people, which like I've talked about before. I had people come visit who I met through there and like because it was a community place to be to create relationships with people. Well, these people just flame the fuck out of these girls like hard, but that was it's partly because of the choices that they made to be popular. So if she did come to Twitch, it would just be it'd be a cesspool of all the worst people imaginable on the internet.
Did you read
the worst things.
Did you read the caption on that photo?
No, it's probably some
She says like,
shit.
I'm now selling my bathwater for all you thirsty gamer boys.
Yeah,
And I'm
exactly,
just like, man, she's inviting it.
Yeah,
she loves it.
No, it
Yeah,
is.
she's-
And the reason why is
she's making money. For
fucking-
sure. Yeah. She probably sells that for like $50 for like a little like mason jar.
Dude. Yeah.
Let's figure it out. She has her link in her bio.
I don't know. This is
Oh
too
my God,
far.
here we go.
Yeah,
No,
this
we're
is too
deep
far. We need to
diving
like switch
we got some candy we can eat while we're looking this up.
Yeah, I guess so speaking of, I brought donuts in this morning. That's exactly.
Yeah,
and you said no, and me and Mitchell both said yes. So
No, I know I said
just
no.
proves it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got donuts the last time like Devin was here. You got
Yeah,
donuts.
I also was just not overly hungry when I woke up this morning.
I remember
Yeah, it's
you
good
would
you're hungover,
give me
right?
occasionally you'd give me a ride to school.
Yep.
And we'd stop by Thriftway.
Yep.
And you'd give that you call it the breakfast of champions.
Yep.
I don't even remember. It was like
Maple bar and a monster.
yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
green
I knew it was a
monster,
monster.
always.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, oh man, that's rough.
Then I remember too, always seeing you again in the morning. You're just like, don't you have a game today? And I'm like, yeah, Nick, you're eating that? 100%, yeah. Dude, it's not gonna go well. Still can't do the monsters. Way too sweet.
Oh, dude.
Can't do it anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
I've moved to like sugar-free Red Bulls now.
Yeah, Tony loves
So,
sugar-free Red Bulls too.
I know I'm not proud of it, but like after every can of Red Bull I would drink, like I just felt like my teeth were rotting.
Yeah.
And so
That's
if
fair.
if I can't brush my teeth like right afterwards,
Yeah.
sugar-free.
Okay. That's fair.
I don't like it.
Do
but
you drink coffee?
I'm getting there. Yeah, it's I prefer it black. I don't like the cream.
There's
or
nothing
any
wrong
of
with that.
No,
I mean,
I
I feel
know.
like that's a very like Northwest thing is to drink black coffee.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, you go out east. Like Alicia would hate it. She'd come out and visit me. She'd go to the coffee shop and they're like, "Do you want creamer?" And she's like, "No." And they're like, "But you want sugar and cream, right?" She's like, "No." And they would like try and like give it to her anyway.
Interesting. Yeah. See, I can't do hot.
What the
coffee
fuck? Why'd
black.
they even ask the question then?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, well, because I think she said like, "I want it black, like nothing in it," and they would like they'd be so confused. They're like, "Wait, you don't want anything?"
But you're at a coffee shop.
You're like that's and everyone like all my classmates they all drink it like that. Like nobody drinks it black. It's weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
It's really interesting.
I can't figure it out.
Yeah, I can do the like
must
iced
be sold
coffee.
out.
I love black iced coffee.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But like if it's hot,
Oh, yeah, dude.
I gotta go-
Nitro
No, you don't like
black
hot
coffee,
coffee?
cold brew from Starbucks. Have you ever had that?
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else does
I've
nitro
had that
besides them, but
one time.
oh, it was good.
dude, that sent me to a whole nother like.
Yeah.
I was tweaking.
Yeah.
God.
So
No.
Ray,
Yeah. I'm not
Ray-
a coffee person.
Oh no.
Ray and I work
No.
together,
Okay.
sort of. Like
Yeah.
Ray works at Nike,
Yeah.
and so we eat lunch all the time.
Yeah.
And his badge doesn't have access to one of the buildings, and in the back there's a coffee machine that will make your espresso or your coffee, but will also steam your milk.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We have one of those.
Yeah,
At
it's
our apartment.
So
Yeah.
cool.
At your apartment?
Yeah, Alicia's really into coffee, so
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Super cool.
if I
See-
buy this, like, don't go buy coffee. And she's like, yeah. So I was like, if you use this for 2 years and drank, like, this is all you drank, like, it'd pay for itself.
Do you think it kills
100%,
her
dude.
Yeah.
Good
that
job.
you don't like coffee just like it
Oh,
kills me?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, it kills her.
Perfect.
She's like, I don't get it.
You hate
like,
it?
I hate coffee. Like,
If it has,
people are
if it has
oh,
sugar and cream in it, you still hate it?
Oh, yeah, no. People
Yeah.
are like, oh, just try it. Like, it's just literally this much little bit of coffee, and then the rest is, like, something else. And I'll
You
take
can
a
taste it,
sip,
it's
and
gross.
I'm like, instantly, I'm like, there's coffee in it. Even if they don't tell me. Like, here, try this. I'm like, there's coffee in it.
Oh, man.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
Every time. I hate it.
So like when you need
I
like,
used to
a little
hate it, too.
caffeine, what do you do?
I drink a Coke. But, like, I rarely, like...
Colin's an Apple person. The
So
more
I went to grad
guarantee it.
school, like, it's, like... So my classmates, for example, they probably drink 3 to 4 cups of coffee a day, at least, like, minimum.
Every day?
Almost every day, yeah. Because, I mean, like, you know, we're in the studio and, like, doing
Right.
stuff, like, crazy busy. Like, there was one girl specifically that would
Plus, it's a
probably...
hunger suppressant, so you eat less. Too.
Yeah, you eat less. She'd probably, like, not sleep for, like, 3 days. Like...
What the fuck?
Like, every other week. Like, she was crazy. So she's like drinking coffee and stuff. Like
That's terrible for you.
Super normal. And it's known as like architects drink a ton of coffee. Like my boss, like when I first started working for them, he was drinking like 3-4 cups of coffee a day. It's like, dude, you're nuts.
Do all architects have fake teeth? Because it seems like your teeth are about to be ruined.
Yeah, I don't know, but they all drink coffee. And so like when I first started working, like we have a coffee shop in our like the basement of our building.
Yeah, and
so it's just like one floor down.
$6.
So they go down. No. It's like a little like it's just like the one guy owns it. He runs it. Like that's it. So like it's actually pretty cheap. Like it's definitely affordable. But like they'll go down like 2-3 times a day and like, hey, you want a cup of coffee? No. And they're like, we're gonna get you to drink coffee. I'm like, nope. And then my classmates, I moved there for 2 years. They're like, we're gonna get you to drink coffee. I'm like, nope. And
what is it with people like that? I think I do that all the time too.
What?
I'm gonna get you to do this.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
And I made it through. Yeah, I made it through grad school. And I honestly, like, I probably had a Coke. I probably had like 12 Cokes in 2 years for caffeine.
Really?
Like for the purpose of caffeine.
Jeez.
Where you're like, dang, I need something to pick me up right now.
Yeah, like usually, like I actually did it last night. So we got a puppy Monday, so like a week ago.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's super cute.
Yeah.
But like puppies, like, so we've been up late. I've had like long work days because like we went and got the puppy Monday, so I missed like basically all of day Monday. I had to make it up, and then we have a big deadline tomorrow. So like trying to like also, I was gonna have to work a long week anyway.
Right.
And so like I've been staying up, and then like she had 4 exams on Friday, so I was like, yeah, it's crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah, she goes to school with Devin.
With Devin, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is she going? Does she know what she's doing?
She like OB, I think.
Yeah.
That's what she's like interested in right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, so like I've been trying to like let her sleep. Like I'll get up with the dog and like do whatever. So I've probably gotten like 5 hours of sleep this whole week, and like usually it's in like 3-hour chunks because like the puppy like has to get up, and so like I wake up.
5 hours of sleep in the week.
Like per night.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I was like,
Damn, Colin. I was gonna say you look good for 5 hours of sleep.
No.
He's just got that IV and straight coke. Just like,
Per night. Okay, yeah. Okay, so bad, but not the worst.
No, it's like it's doable. But like most people, like you get they drink coffee every morning.
I could probably do it 3 days, and then by the time the third day, I'm like, I'm going to sleep at. I'm going to sleep at 6.
First day, not so bad. Second day, you know it's coming, so you're like, dude, this
it's gonna be rough, especially with no like pick me up.
Yeah,
you know?
No, I made it to yesterday. And like yesterday afternoon, I had to go into work to like finish a few things, and I was like sitting at work. I'm like, I need to like get some like a Coke or something to like, drink.
You have a lot of freedom at work in terms of like getting up from your desk and like moving around and doing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's what
it's super flexible.
That's what I liked about Nike when I was desk side, but now that I'm tech bar, like I have to sit at a desk and just wait for people, which is the worst. But desk side, you're kind of like, okay, if I'm not doing much right now, like if I don't have a scheduled appointment, I can get up and move around. I like that part of work.
Oh, I for sure can. Yeah, like we're so flexible. I can be like, hey, like I'm gonna go meet my friend for lunch. I'll be back in 2 hours, and then just like make sure I get my hours that day.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Or like the next day.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and then plus that's like your salary too. There's probably some expected that you'll work at home sometimes.
No, I mean, I
wouldn't
done,
ever
I guess. Know, but I would like, this, like I went in for 3 hours yesterday.
Yeah, like you'll get stuff done.
Yeah, it's expected, like if we have a deadline that like it gets done.
Yeah.
So whether that means I stay an extra 2 hours or an extra 8 hours that week, whatever. Which is not like.
No, that's cool.
It's not that big of a deal.
What's your so Alicia's almost done with her first year, right? Like only got a couple months left.
I think they technically are second years now.
Now?
I think. Yeah, like or in like a week or something. It's been a full year.
Yeah, so they're close.
Yeah.
See, that was close.
Yeah.
So,
close but no cigar.
Because it's only going to get harder.
Yeah.
Well, to some extent. Well, I guess they start to
different. Yeah.
Get into what they want to do.
Yeah.
So they might be more interested, but they'd probably be really time consuming because they'll even like I've been talking with Devin and like residency and all that kind of shit. Like
residency. Yeah. So like med school, like the first. Devin talked about this. Like typically it's 2 years, but they go through the summer, so it's a year and a half.
Yeah.
So they like that first year and a half, like it's pretty heavy, like book studying and stuff.
Yeah.
But then because they take the exam on Friday, they can, if they choose to, they can take the weekend off. Like some students are just kind of type A and they go through. Like Alicia, she takes the weekend off. She'll probably do like an hour on Sunday.
Dude, I always felt this when Devin started talking to me about it. I was like, you guys that would be one job where you just have no quality of life, like while you're working. I feel like.
Well, yeah, it depends. Yeah, and so
I think if you like truly love it and have that passion.
No, I know.
Like,
but like in terms of being able, because she takes the weekends off most likely so that she can see you, see friends, see family, relax, have a break, relax, right? Mm-hmm. That's something that everyone needs.
Yeah,
everyone needs that
for
shit.
Sure. Yeah.
And if you're emergency surgeon, dude, right? Like people coming in from car accidents and stuff, that's high stress.
Yeah, 100%.
If you have no time, which a lot of these guys who do this get like obsessed and they just fucking work all day.
Yeah.
One, not safe. I told this to Devin. I said, if I'm coming in to get a surgery and someone's like, oh, I'm on my 60th hour, I'm like, fuck you, you're not doing my surgery.
They wouldn't do 60. I think they have a limit of like 48 hours or something.
Yeah. I would like to know how many times that hour gets skewed.
But
right?
I don't think you're constantly like go. Like there'll be instances where like you might go for like 12 hours straight, but I'm sure you like find that little closet.
Some surgeons like you do like an 8-hour surgery and then you have to do another 8-hour surgery.
That's true, yeah.
That's what I mean. It's crazy. So it would be a job for me where just depending on where you got to, right? Because obviously there's so many branches of being a doctor.
Yeah.
Like you said, OBGYN. Yeah. Devin's thinking about doing orthopedic or anesthesiologist. Yeah. But you could also do family practice. So then you can kind of set your own hours. Yeah. Would be a lot different. But when you're and I guess maybe an OBGYN might have more flexibility in terms of their schedule.
Well, maybe. I think like the weekly schedule is like pretty chill. Like you could not work 40 hours. You could do like 30 or something, but then you're on call because like mom could have a baby whenever.
Yeah, for sure. So see, but that's stuff like that's in my head when I'm thinking of stuff that I have to do or could have to do, I get some, not a lot, but some anxiety over it. So it could be hard to sleep because if you're like, oh, I'm an on-call OBGYN, I'm gonna take a nap, and you fall asleep and you don't pick up your phone. Yeah, you know what I mean. That to me, that would be a high stress thing. Yeah. Just for me. Yeah. Some people obviously can do it. Just for me, it would be crazy. So
I think I can do it.
But your schedule's your schedule for a little bit was a little weird. We were like, hey, when do you want to hang out? And you were like, oh, I'm free. Like it was like Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, or like no, there wasn't a weekend that you were free. It was like a couple days. Maybe it was right when you got home, so you had stuff planned.
Yeah, just stuff planned.
Okay, so your work schedule is Monday through Friday, though.
Yeah, my work schedule. Yeah, Monday through Friday. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and it's 40 hours. I can kind of choose. Like so far, I mean, we'll see if I keep this up. I work better in the morning. Yeah. So I try and get in like 7:38 if I can. Nice. And like,
how many people are in the office when you're there? When you get there at 7:30?
It just depends on the week, but like. I like the last week, like most days I'm the first person in the office the last week. Nice. Because like one of my bosses, he comes in at like 9 because like he tries to work out or do whatever in the morning. Yeah.
Can't do that.
So I used to,
and then I hated it because it felt like rushed and time constrained.
Yeah, but I mean when you're like 55 or whatever, 50, I think he's 51 or something. Like you wake up early.
That's true.
Yeah. But. Yeah, for me, because I get to work at 7. 7's the time I get to work. I work 7 to 4. If I could work earlier, I would, so that I could get off earlier. Yeah. But I can't because obviously Nike employees aren't there.
Yeah, I don't because like the 9 to 6. Like I getting off at 6 is too late to me, so I always try and do like the 8 to 5 or earlier.
Because you always take an hour lunch, so. Right, 9 to 6. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't always. Sometimes it'll be a half an hour.
9 to 5 is 8 hours. Yeah. So. How much of when you're working does someone need to be there to like bounce stuff off? Because like, could you go in at 5?
It just depends on where we're at and what's going on. Okay. Like
every project's kind of different.
Every project or like even like pieces of the project. Like sometimes I just need feedback on stuff, but like we're doing a project at UP, like a small little like renovation of like some offices and like meeting rooms. And like it's just doing the construction documents. So like there's a little bit of design, and it's typically design you're bouncing back and forth because you like, want to make sure it's the best. And like documentation too, like I don't know everything, but like I know a lot. So like they kind of handed me the projects because I worked for this company for 2 years and then I went to grad school. Right. And so like I know a decent amount. Like I don't know everything clearly, but like I know enough to kind of like be self-sufficient and like I don't need somebody to tell me every day like you need to do this. So like I got back like July 1st and they were like, all right, like this is where we're at, like spend an hour like just kind of like or 2 whatever getting your bearings and figuring out what's going on in the project and then like make the construction documents or like finish them. Yeah. And so like I was like, all right, cool. Like I just like and like obviously they're like I know like they were like I know this and this needs to get done. But like as I'm going through I'm like, oh, we're missing this and missing this and like I like and it's kinda like my project now. So like I need to like make sure all that stuff gets done.
Is there any projects that are like too small? Like if I was like, oh, I want to renovate this downstairs, would you guys be like, nah?
I mean I might just do it for you as a friend, like outside of the company. Just cause like it's like as a company, if we were to do that, we'd probably lose time.
Yeah, time and money. Yeah. Interesting.
We'd probably lose money because like small stuff like that for like a firm that we're kind of set up to do larger stuff.
Yeah.
It's not really worth it.
Yeah, I didn't know if it'd just be like quickies money, like, oh, we can do this shit and like quick.
Yeah. Right? No, and like a lot of stuff like that, like your budget probably wouldn't be like high end.
Right.
Like I'm not saying that's because of you. I'm just saying like this house, like
right.
You wouldn't want something that's crazy high end and the rest of the house isn't.
Yeah. No, for sure. I get what you mean.
So like you probably like wouldn't be spending a ton of money on it. So that also means that we're not going to be making a lot of money, right? Like if you were like, I want to drop, $20,000 on this bathroom, and we're like, okay, like that's a really small project for us. It's not going to take very much time, but like we would at least like break even or make a tiny bit of money as a company.
Cool. Makes sense.
Yeah. But like I worked, so like that 2 years I was like, I kind of shared time when like things got a little bit slow at my firm with another firm as a husband and wife, both architects. They work out of their house and they just do residential stuff.
Okay.
So like for them doing like, they've done like just bathroom renovations.
Yeah.
But it's slightly higher end and like, so like they would do stuff like that.
There's gotta be some market for it for sure.
Yeah. But there's definitely like, sometimes people come like, hey, I want to remodel this bathroom. And they're like, sorry, like your budget and like, just what you want to do, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, and you can just hire a contractor, like
for sure.
Like, and you don't have to be a licensed architect to do up to a certain amount. Like, you can do like a 5,000 square foot house or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty big house.
You'd have to get a structural engineer, but like, you wouldn't have to be licensed. So like, my parents are gonna remodel like the whole first floor.
5,000 square feet. That's a big house.
Yeah, it's a big house.
Huge house.
To not have to have a license for it.
Don't like quote me on that, but it's something like that. It's bigger than like you would think.
Yeah.
But like my parents they're going to redo their whole first floor, and I'm just.
Are they? Because I know that they added on the. I mean, this was a while ago. But they added on the second story.
When we were like elementary school.
Yeah. So then they're going to do that.
Yeah.
I was just talking about this the other day too, because I was like because my mom's selling her house. It's super weird because all my friends, pretty much, like their parents, still live in the same place.
Yeah.
Like Jesse still lives in the same house. Yeah. James's parents still live in the same house.
Parents will be there forever.
You guys still in there. Devin still is with like, and a bunch of these, they don't have any like ideas to sell or anything. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, like your mom, like all of you guys are pretty much self-sufficient.
It definitely makes sense, but it's interesting. To like think about, and then you guys are just. Because you guys do a lot of stuff to the house. You guys do the backyard. You guys my family's definitely a do-it-yourself family. Yeah, that's cool. My dad does a lot of stuff himself, but I mean, they wanted to do it because like the same situation. Like me and my brother are gone. Yeah, and like because they did the renovation, like they transformed their old master bedroom into like. It's kind of like a game room or like craft. My mom uses like a craft room. Yeah. And it's just kind of like awkward. Like there's sliding doors so you can close it off and make it a room for like guests. But like it's just kind of awkward. And then like the master bathroom, like the old master bathroom is like right next to like the normal bathroom. So like you have two bathrooms right next to each other. Like it just doesn't make sense.
Interesting.
And like they don't even like use like other than my mom crafts like occasionally down there or like they do have a guest like they turn my brother's room into a guest room. But like other than like that's probably used like twice a year. So like other than that, they don't use that half the house. Yeah. So and like other than like the bathroom because it's on the first floor, and so like they're like we want to like rearrange like have like a half bathroom like closer to the kitchen and like backyard. Right. And then like just kind of reorganize things so it makes more sense. Yeah. And like they use it the way that they live in the house. Yeah. So
where's Alan at now? Alan is Colin's brother.
Yeah, he's in Butte, Montana.
Oh, what's he doing over there?
Yeah, he is a software engineer, I think. Computer engineer, I don't know, something like that. Yeah, so he went to school out there, and then he ended up staying and working for the school.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then his wife is a correctional officer or like something with like at-risk youth.
Juvenile,
something like that.
You couldn't do it?
I don't know what that is.
No.
Yeah. I don't know exactly her title, but something like that.
Why couldn't you do it, David?
I'd get too attached.
And like seeing him do some shit that you didn't want him to.
Yeah. Like doing that or like letting him go and then having him come back later for the exact same thing. Like, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost worked for this company in Newburgh that did, it's like these kids who like troubled teens, right? Yeah. They lived in a house and they had all this stuff, and I almost did that, but I did a couple like walkthroughs with them, and I can't remember why. I think I might have gotten a different job, or I just decided like driving out to Newburgh every day and doing all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was tough because I think Doug did it for a little bit too. Could you imagine like you're talking with someone, you're like, hey, this is why you're getting in trouble.
Yeah.
And they're like, you get that, right? And they're like, yeah, I get it. And then just continue to do it.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo,
just patterns, life situation. There's lots of stuff.
Yeah, there's so many things, but it's just crazy. And because you're not a trained psychologist, you're not somebody who's, you can do what you can to be like, to try and like teach them something or just be buddies with them so that they're better for you. Yeah. But you're not going to fix it. Yeah. You might be a small part of the solution in fixing it, but you're not going to be the person to suggest the thing. And I'm sure you could get in a lot of trouble depending on what you were saying and doing. So it would be rough. But I suppose like, I mean, especially if you're working at like a juvenile detention center or something, and like, you're out, like you got out at 16, and then they come back the year later doing the same shit. Yeah. It would be a hard job. Yeah. That's why I think like being like talking with James, like it's probably a little bit easier to be a cop because in that sense, because you even if you're arresting the same people, you're not going to see them on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. What would be weird as a cop is arresting somebody you know.
Yeah, that would be really weird.
Pulling somebody over, like what would you do if you're just like driving, you get pulled over, and then you like look out your window and it's fucking James that walks up. Instantly in my head I'd be like, nothing's gonna happen to me. I'd be like, I'm free, and I think he would give me a ticket just because he feels like he has to.
He has to
because
he couldn't
just let me off with a warning. But like that would be rough. Arresting somebody you know, or like seeing the same people getting attached. Yeah. I've always wanted to coach. Coaching would be fun.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't know if I would ever coach.
Why?
You'd
be good at it.
I don't know, man. Like, you can't make everybody happy, and like you're always gonna have that one parent that's just like telling you how to do your job. I just want to do that.
You have the ability to like influence a young person's life.
That's true.
Yeah, we did camps all the time. Camps were fun.
Yeah.
Remember we were working
doing the basketball camps.
Basketball camp. Remember that kid? It was I think it was who was the kid who played with us in our sophomore year? Terrence. He moved from like Chicago and then he moved back home.
Yeah.
I think it was his nephew or little brother.
Something like,
And I bet him, dude, we were at a basketball camp, and this kid's like 7, 8.
I don't know.
He wasn't old.
No, he's probably older than that, but he was like tiny. I mean, he was probably like a 5th grader or something.
Yeah, he was young.
Okay.
And small. And
like,
so
it's like to the point where like, like when they're little, like they probably shouldn't be shooting on a full-size hoop. And like they just kind of like, just anything they can to get the ball to the hoop.
Yeah. And so he's there, and I bet him
at lunchtime. It was at
lunchtime. My
half
my Subway sandwich that he couldn't hit a 3, and he fucking just drains that shit. Like, damn it!
Airballed like 8 in a row, and then bets Mitchell, and then swishes it.
Yeah, it's like, God,
dude, he does look your ass.
No,
because he tried to get after it, couldn't make it.
Couldn't do anything. So it was just like
just luck.
So I did this to Devin the other day. We went up to the church. We didn't bet any. Well, actually, we did. We did bet an ice cream cone from fucking McDonald's that he didn't buy me. But I was shooting. We went up to his church and we were just shooting hoops. And Devin has a hurt foot, and so he can't really run and play ball. So this was like the way that we did like around the world 3-pointers. So we did that for a little bit, and then when we were leaving, I was shooting half court one-handed shots. He's like, you couldn't make that if you took 30, and I was like, what? 30? And he's like,
you definitely could.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, I'll make it, and he's like, okay. He's like, if you can make it in 5, because I was obviously overconfident. He's like, if you can make it in 5, I'll buy you an ice cream cone, because we were meeting Jesse at McDonald's.
30, dude. I could for sure. I could go make 30.
Yeah, but it's only one hand.
I could make one at 30.
Only
I'm
one hand,
the most elite basketball guy here.
But on the last one, the 5th one, I made it, and I was like, woo!
Yeah.
He didn't buy me my ice cream cone, though. I'm going to hold it to him.
Yeah, you should definitely.
Yeah, it's a debt. He needs to pay. They're like 99 cents.
I'll get Alicia to tell him that's cool.
Yeah, let him know.
You owe Mitchell an ice cream cone.
Yeah, let him know.
Just a note every day. That's it.
Oh man,
my God, that'd be.
Do you think notes still get passed in class, or do you think it's all text
100%.
messages?
No, I think notes still get passed for sure.
I bet they do, yeah. Just because, like, you don't want your phone to get taken away.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst thing.
You think that's
why?
Dude,
as youth, that's the worst thing. Because I coach, so, like, you said I went to England. I went to England because I was coaching high school students. So, like, we took high school boys from the U.S. over to England, and we played, like, English teams. Super fun. But they like the worst thing you could do, like if they did something stupid, we would just take their phone away. That was like the worst thing. They would like make me run, like I'll run, like just make me just like seriously, they would do like 50 suicides if it meant they could have their phone.
100%.
Like seriously, like taking their phone away is the worst thing that you can do.
Yeah. Because think about you, like then like they're dating these girls, like why aren't you texting me back? And now it just becomes this whole big blown out situation.
Before we had phones, because
the second they're like, I need to call my mom. Like, dude, you don't need to call your mom, dude.
They get wide-eyed and everything.
Yeah,
Like, you can call your mom, put it on speaker, then I'll take it afterwards.
Yeah, you're in England.
How old were you when you got your first phone? Would have been like anywhere between 6th and 8th grade, probably.
I maybe got mine in 6th grade, maybe 7th grade. I got it at the same time as my brother.
Okay.
I got his, and it was probably like 7th grade. It was like a flip phone. What was your first phone,
you remember?
It was a flip phone, and then I think that lasted about a year, and I broke it, and then I got like, you could, like at that time, you could buy like the pay-as-you-go phones and just put the SIM card from your other phone in. So I got like this, like, it was just like a brick, and it had like a joystick type thing in the middle.
Oh, weird. Interesting.
It was like some off-brand. I really liked that phone.
Yeah.
Like I was like always on like the pretty ghetto phones for a while, and then I think like...
Yeah, it kills me that you're on Android. Every time I try to send this guy a picture... Every time it just doesn't deliver.
He's like, what the heck? And he gets like pissed, and he tries to send it like 4 times, and then like I'll finally get it, and then I'll get like 4 other ones.
Yeah.
I was like, oh sweet. I'm like, you got that? And like, it said that it was undelivered. He's like, I just got 7 of them. I'm like, fuck.
I was looking at that this morning because I was like, why is this green? Like, is my phone messed up?
Colin's always on Android.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's like it's. So I was always on like cheap phones or whatever, which like wasn't that big of a deal, and I had like. I'd have like 250 text messages a month or whatever, which is crazy. You go through that in like a night.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
100%.
Yeah.
I remember one night one month you had gone over or something. I don't know, or somebody had gone over.
Yeah,
maybe it wasn't you, but your mom was asking me, she's like, does it charge you every time you read it? And I was like, no. It's just when you get
it. She's the most technologically like
so
dumb person. It's so bad.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I had that, and then I finally got like it wasn't the Sidekick, it was the Envy or whatever. Like I got like the Envy 2 or something. Yeah. And like sophomore or junior year of college or of high school, and then I had like 2 or 3 of those, and then I didn't get my smartphone until
it was like the little brick one, right? That had the numbers in the front, that could flip open, and then you had the full keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I don't think I got my smartphone until
isn't that funny?
Like junior year of college,
because we just had the same fucking phone. Now they all look the same. They all do the same thing.
Yeah, junior year of college. I didn't get data or anything till junior year of college.
Damn.
Yeah, I was pretty late on that game.
Yeah, that is late.
It's kind of cool though too.
Yeah, I was like one of the last. Yeah,
interesting.
That's super late. Like you couldn't just do whatever you want. There's so many apps that could have helped your ass, dude.
Yeah, but I think eventually the Envies, like there was something where you could get like maps on it. Like they got to the point where like just generic phones would have maps.
Like something on it. Yeah, that's funny.
Because that was like the most useful thing to me at the time.
Yeah, I remember the Envy. Dude, I always wanted the Envy.
Yeah, I didn't have the first one. I had the
I thought I was late to the game in terms of smartphones. Yeah, but it was like junior year, maybe senior year of high school.
Yeah. But I mean, like,
I didn't get an iPhone for a while.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I tried to switch to an iPhone because like all my friends give me a hard time. Like literally everyone gives me. I'm in a group chat, so like Scott and Sarah, and then Zach and Geraldine.
Yeah.
And then do you know Brandon?
Yeah.
And his wife.
Yeah.
And then like one of our buddies. So there's 9 of us in this group chat. I'm the only one. Without.
So they just get mad at you.
iPhone. They just get mad.
Yeah.
And then like sometimes to mess with me, they'll like because like when like on iPhone you can like somebody will say something you can like it.
Yeah. So you can say
like when you do that to me.
Yeah. Scott liked.
It sends a thing that's like Scott liked and then quotes the like previous text message.
And then they just continue to like it or laugh at.
Yeah, and then so they'll just take the same one and then they'll be like liked and then laughed at that like and it just continues and they'll do like 50 of them and I'm like seriously? But yeah, they get so mad because like it doesn't just do it to me, it does it to everyone.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's a good troll.
So they like hate me for it. They're like, when are you gonna get an iPhone? When are you gonna get an iPhone?
You said you tried to get one?
So I just like I was having problems with my phone, I think over Christmas time, and I like went in and I was like, all right, like I'll just get an iPhone, like they're good phones, like whatever, iPhone 10.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'll get this. And I went in the store.
He's like, okay, it's $1 million.
He was like, yeah, they're like $1,100, $1,200 or something.
Yeah.
It's insane like that. And so I went in the store and I was like fully prepared. I was like, I think I want to get an iPhone. And I was asking the guy and he's like, well, like, do you have an Android right now? I was like, yeah. And he's like, do you have any other Apple products that you like pair with it? Because like that's one of the main advantages of like pairing.
This guy talked you out of it. What is this guy's name? Because he's an asshole.
He was like, so he's a Verizon employee and he's like, honestly, like I have an iPhone or he's like, I had an iPhone last week and I just switched to a Pixel 3. He's like, is this a better phone?
Ugh, that
and he said
wrong.
like 3 or 4 like of his coworkers did the same thing.
Yeah, his coworkers are wrong.
I don't know. My Pixel 3 is pretty amazing.
Dude, I hate him. This is what we've talked about this before too. Phones are peaked, right? In my opinion.
For a while. Yeah.
Yeah, in my opinion, like the new stuff that they're adding is like cool, but it's not a function that like I ever asked for or wanted.
Yeah,
like I've never been like, dude, can I put my phone on the back of your phone to charge it? Please, can I steal some of your battery?
No one's ever gonna do that. Let's be real. I don't think. Can I charge my phone? Like, no, dude, I'm at 20%.
Yeah, you should have been more responsible. Fuck you.
I'm at 20%. I'm not giving you half of that. Like, no one's ever gonna do that.
Well, so they just charge it back and forth.
Well, it's just stealing it,
trading battery.
Yeah, but it's like that function. It's just a function that people go, oh, that's cool. I'll buy that phone.
Well,
cool.
Face unlock too. Like
I use that shit every day.
It's probably more efficient to use the fingerprint though. Like you touch your phone before you have it looking at your face.
There are definite times where like in the morning, where I used to have the phone or my fingerprint, I would just go and it would unlock.
Yeah.
And I wake up in the morning, one eye still can't open.
Yes.
All ugly. And I never opens. Like, God, I have to type in this code. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I look like I have stroke face. I'm like, literally, I can't do anything.
There have been mornings where I sacrifice my eye and like it's gonna burn and hurt. Like when you first wake up,
you don't want to open your eyes.
But I gotta unlock the phone and I do that. I'm just like, can't even look at it.
You probably like have to turn the lights on.
No.
Oh, because it's
pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I read this article though. This super funny thing with the face thing was that these two, I think they were Chinese ladies that were sisters.
Yeah.
They could unlock each other's phones with the face because their faces just look so close together.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's nuts. And I was thinking then, I think the statistic is like there's 6 people that are like your doppelganger out there somewhere.
Yeah.
About 6, just in terms of percentages and whatever. Because I heard this crazy thing that is like if you put 30 people in the same room, there's like it's like a huge chance of one of you guys sharing the same birthday.
Oh, that's weird.
I was
crazy.
like, only 30?
Yeah, that's
low. Because even like in
really
school,
low.
right? I was like, in school,
yeah,
like, no one shared my
in a class
birthday.
of 400, you might have like 20 people that share birthdays.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? That seems small. So then I was like, dude, 6. So then I was like, that's hers, right? Sister, that's her doppelganger, I guess, because they're just unlocking each other's phones.
Yeah.
But it is kind of scary. Like, I do get scared with how much, like the camera and the mic picks up in terms, because you'll just talk about something and you'll get an ad for it. You don't even have to search it up on your phone anymore because it's just listening.
I don't think I've noticed that. But
Dude.
searching stuff, I've definitely noticed.
Yeah, so Tanya and I were talking about where we wanted to get food, and I was sitting on my computer, and I was like, we should go to Carl's Jr. And she was like, okay, like, yeah, maybe she was thinking about it, and I was on YouTube, and I went to the next video, and the next ad I got was Carl's Jr. ad.
Dude.
So, like, that's too much of a coincidence to not scare me.
Everything.
Dude, that's too much of a coincidence to not be like, that's
no, I mean, it's valid. I mean, like, I guess I don't care. I'm not talking about anything that's sketchy.
Yeah. No, I don't care, but it's still, like, weird. And so, like, the face thing just seemed weird. Now they have my fingerprint somewhere, and they have my face.
Yeah.
That's like, they're going to frame me for murder, dude. I've seen enough shows like this.
You saw the Obama meme with the fingerprint thing, right?
No.
Oh, dude, let me pull this up real quick.
Yeah, my classmate's so apparent. He's hilarious. His laptop, we all have laptops, right?
Yeah.
His laptop, he's got the tape over the thing.
Yes, almost every employee at Nike does that.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. Like, that doesn't bother me. Mine's like at the, like, I have this like weird gaming computer, so, and like, because they wanted the top to be bezel-less, they put it like on the hinge, so it like looks up at your nose. So I'm like, if somebody wants to look at that, like, go for it. Yeah. But anyway, so my classmate, he does the tape thing, and then he will sign out of everything on his computer. Like, he'll sign out of like his email.
Oh yeah, I can't do that.
Like, if he closes before he closes the browser, he'll sign out. Like, even if his computer's still on.
Yeah.
I'm like, how much time are you wasting signing into your email all the time?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah. No, but that's kind of the thing, right? Bill Burr does like kind of a bit about people who send in their saliva and stuff to like Ancestry.com. I'm like, oh, you're just sending in all this stuff for the Illuminati to build your robot replacement, right? Like,
Yeah.
Dude, that's scary shit, man.
Yeah.
I don't. It is weird.
Terminator is not just a movie.
It is weird, man. And
Dude.
AI is gonna be. You know how many times recently I've seen people driving Teslas who aren't touching shit,
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
leaning the fuck back while their car's driving themselves.
I don't like
Yeah.
that.
People nap. I've seen like people like take photos of other people napping and stuff.
Yeah, while the car's just driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, that's kind of cool though.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool. It's just in a weird.
Yeah.
We're in that
Yeah.
place where it's like this is
Yeah.
about to go
Yeah, it's
crazy.
It's
crazy.
a norm now.
Because right now, Amazon and other companies
They're getting into the car stuff.
are cars, but they're
Self-driving.
trying to get self-driving trucks.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So like
When is
self-driving.
enough?
I mean, self-driving
never,
trucks definitely makes sense.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of AI, right?
Yeah.
The whole, well, really, what the whole point should be is freeing up humans to not work, to not have to make
But,
monetary
I mean, it's
money.
essentially like any technology, like, and you can go back as far as you can, is just to make life easier for humans.
Yeah, supposed to, until you put out the people who are unskilled laborers and can't.
Use
Good
the
jobs.
whatever. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah,
get
true. You get to
yeah.
the point where all these truck drivers who are truck drivers because
Yeah,
most of them, I'm going to assume, don't have college degrees or don't
Yeah.
have a skill.
Yeah,
To do. I mean, there's going to be some stuff, right?
Yeah.
When's the next time you're going to find like something that's a robot that's going to like build houses, putting up all their stuff?
I
Like
was
they're
reading
not
something
working on
that
that.
was like, like in 20 years, or like maybe it's 10 years. In 10 years, like robots are just going to be building houses. Or somebody, I was talking to a guy who works for a construction company. He's like, in 10 years, it's just going to be robots anyway. I'm like, no, dude.
Yeah.
Like they 3D print like cement houses or like Adobe houses or whatever now, but like they're it's a one room house.
sure.
And they're
This.
shit, probably.
Yeah, like it's
They're
like
cool, though.
like they do it for like army barracks or something.
Yeah.
Like I'm like that's like you're not gonna be building a skyscraper with a robot. Like it's just not, like, that's
It's just not going to happen. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
maybe eventually, but like we're at least 50 years from that.
Yeah.
Like
We'll be gone.
Yeah, not even close.
Yeah, we'll be on for sure.
Yeah, I don't plan to live past 70.
Yeah, my
I do, but if I'm telling you guys right now, if I get dementia and I can't remember people's names, fucking kill me. That's not a joke. I'm being serious.
All right.
just
I was
take my
talking about
back.
this with Ray the other day. No, I don't
old
care.
Yeller.
I don't care. Do it
Ooh,
what
old
do
Yeller
it what-
man. Dang,
I know.
that's an old movie reference right there.
I've never seen the movie. That's
Do it in whichever way you see fit or you need to get it out of you. I don't care. If I wake up and I don't remember who I am and who the people are around me, I don't want to live.
Yeah, that's
Just,
fair.
I think they had assisted suicide in Oregon. I think they just went the other way on it. Take me to some other state. I don't international waters. I don't care. Like I don't.
Just take it on a fishing boat.
I had I had an
Forgot how to
aunt.
swim.
You would.
Sorry, that's not funny.
Or
That's
would be
messed
like
up.
the only.
That's messed up.
Or
but
would be the
shouldn't
only
laugh about
thing
this stuff.
that.
Dementia is a real thing.
No,
It definitely is.
100%.
I'm not trying to. I'm serious though. I'm
Yeah.
not
No,
trying
I know
to.
you are. I got you.
I
I
had
got
an
you.
aunt who
Yeah.
had a great aunt who had it, and dude, she was eating. She was brushing her teeth with lipstick.
Yeah.
She was eating puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
She couldn't even remember how to eat. Like she had to be shown. I don't want to live like that.
It's gonna be like Stranger Things. Have you guys seen Stranger Things? I don't remember.
yet.
that.
I haven't seen it.
I'm like
No,
15 minutes done with the
First episode.
No,
the
the
last finale of season 3.
okay.
So I'm almost.
Do you watch it? I don't want to.
Yeah,
ruin
no, I
it.
watch it. I've only seen the first episode
Okay.
of season 3.
Okay, I don't want to
haven't
ruin it
just-
then. I was just gonna make a comment about old people eating things, but I won't ruin
We
it.
binged Tanya and I
Sorry,
binged
that
the
probably
hell
was a
out of
little bit of a spoiler, but
Oh, you're fine.
it's fine.
I'm not worried about it.
it. We binged a
won't
lot
ruin
of
it
it, like
for you.
6.
No, here's one
Yeah, I
for you.
did. Yeah, too.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
I did not.
Okay, so there's like a big crucial moment, and like my buddy asked me because he'd already seen it. He goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, where are you at?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, I'm getting ready to watch the Red Wedding," and he just told me everything that happens.
No.
Oh, dude.
And I was just
That's
like,
such a bummer.
If I was there, I might have beat his ass.
dude,
like
I
I'm
was
not joking.
So pissed. Like
I
to
would've
this day,
been- yeah.
He's like, "It's not a big deal. Like you're gonna watch it anyways." I'm like, "Yeah, but I didn't know it was gonna happen."
No,
Yeah,
there are.
it's
He's like, "Yeah, but you're gonna watch
There's
it."
nothing.
Yeah.
There's
Dude.
nothing
You,
like watching.
you gotta go to like some big movie before him and then ruin it for him.
Oh, trust
Just
me,
get
like,
back.
I'm waiting for the
Yeah.
thing, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's not gonna bother me. I don't care." And,
Yeah.
like, I really don't think it will.
Oh,
but I
for
mean,
sure it will.
It'll make me feel
It will.
better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things like you don't think it's gonna bother you, but then it happens. You're like, oh, I see what you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. But literally, like, as soon as he left you, I watched that episode just because I needed to get to the next one. And I was just like,
Yeah.
fuck, why?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why me,
no,
man?
for sure. Like, there's few things about like following a TV show and having like the plot twist actually be the plot twist. Like, I'm watching Breaking Bad right now because I never watched it before.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
And
So good.
nothing has been spoiled for me on that show at all. But I'm telling you right now, if anything got spoiled for me, I wouldn't watch it.
That's actually impressive that nothing's gotten spoiled.
I know. I was lucky. No one has. Or if people
it's been like off air for several
I don't
years.
know if it's because it's like somewhat unmemeable. Maybe it's super.
There's definitely a lot of memes out there.
unwinnable?
There's definitely memes out there, dude.
Okay, well, in terms of like the actual plot, I don't want to see shit. Don't show me anything.
No, I'm just seeing for myself.
I'm sure that there are a lot, but I mean in terms of exposing the plot, because there are a lot of stuff that people put out there in terms of like Avengers stuff or other things that could. Because there are episodes where I'm like, wow, I'm surprised I don't see more of this like in GIFs or in things online, because I barely ever see Breaking Bad stuff.
Yeah.
What I'll say about the show.
Well, and it's also been off air for a while, so that probably helps
for a long
too.
time. Yeah. It kind of before like a lot of shit got popular in terms of that, but it's good. And it's only now getting great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's most TV shows.
In the first two seasons, because I just finished season 2.
Yeah.
I was like, I might at a certain point in season 2, I was like, I might not finish the show because it is not great.
Yeah.
And people love it, so it must just like hit peak in season 3, 4.
I mean, I would say The Office is the same way though.
That's incredible. So I recently just finished, well, not recently, like, I don't know, 6 months ago, finished The Office for the first time. Never watched it in high school,
dude.
never did any of that.
So good.
I watched the first season, I was like, this is a garbage
what?
show. The Office.
The Office.
And then, like, I got through season 2, I was like, and then it definitely did start.
Dude, season 1's rough, man.
Season 1 is
season one,
terrible.
There's always one episode. There's one episode in The Office that everyone will skip if they rewatch it. Scott's Tots, dude.
Scott's Tots is so
It's
awkward.
the worst episode. Scott's Tots. So if you guys don't watch The Office, I don't really care about spoiling it for you. But
I mean, it's been out long enough.
yeah,
but
and
it's fine.
And some people probably won't know the episode just based off the title. I would guess that a lot of Office viewers.
You definitely like. If you've seen it, you're gonna know.
It's
so awkward.
It's the episode where Michael had promised 15 years
college
ago,
tuition.
College tuition to all these people in this class, these kids.
Like 30 students or something.
Yeah, 30 students, and he goes, and obviously he can't do it. Because he's throughout the whole show he has money problems, and he goes and he promises, or they sing him a song. It's like,
what you gonna do?
What you gonna do? Make our dreams come true. And he can't do it. And he's like,
computer.
Yeah, no, not even computers.
Laptop
computer batteries.
Yeah,
Laptop batteries. Like, they're lithium. You could sell them. You know, like.
And then he convinces one kid to pay for his bucks, and then kid's like, okay, it's like $1,000. And he's like, what?
Yeah.
Did you go to college?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
That episode I can never watch. I always skip it.
I skip
every
it too.
time. But you know what's dumb is all these networks are changing everything.
Yeah.
They're just making their own streaming services.
It's gonna be like cable all over again.
So someone posted it, and someone posted something, and I said it's because networks are taking, because they're like, why is The Office leaving? People are just thinking that Netflix is like, sorry, Office and Friends, like, we don't want you. It's like,
definitely want them.
yeah, it's like, no,
It's money
come on,
makers.
guys.
Guaranteed.
So it's like NBC has Friends and Office, right? So they're creating their Warner Brothers, because I think Warner Brothers owns
There's
NBC.
2 great franchises right there, man.
Really
Right.
good. They have some other stuff too. They're really good with sitcom stuff.
Yeah.
But they did that. Parks and Rec too.
Yeah.
Is NBC.
Dude, Parks and Rec. Oh.
Yeah.
Great
so,
show.
But
So
they're pulling
great.
all
You watch
those
Community?
things.
No, I haven't seen Community.
You gotta watch Community.
Okay.
They're pulling all those things and making their own streaming services. So Netflix is what, $12?
Yeah, I don't know.
Now?
It keeps up.
Yeah, they
'Cause
keep going up.
They spent like something like $17 billion on original content last year.
Yeah, probably.
It went from like $6 billion to like
But
17
let me tell you
or something
though,
crazy.
they make that a month.
Probably, yeah, for sure.
So
yeah.
in terms of subscriber stuff, so
Yeah.
they all these different ones are going to be different prices, right? So we talk about this. Everyone has if you have Amazon Prime, you have the Amazon network shows, whatever.
Uh-huh.
So people don't. I don't know anybody who has like the Amazon. I don't even know if you can have Amazon Prime TV without having the $99 a year Amazon Prime. Or whatever it is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's a
I
good
don't know.
question. I
But
don't
like
know.
most people just get the
You probably
Prime
would have to have
for
it.
the shipping,
Yeah.
not for the series. The series comes as like, sweet.
Yeah.
You know, I have
This is a
that too.
bonus, Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm the same way.
Yeah, so there's that. And then there's Hulu, which Disney now owns more stake in because they bought Fox, so they bought Fox shares.
Oh, really?
So now they have Hulu, and they're coming out with their streaming service.
Interesting.
Their own. So
I like Hulu because it's the only way to keep up with current TV shows.
Yeah.
Because Netflix is always like after it ends, the season ends.
Yes. So because you can have Hulu Live and do that kind of stuff. And then Netflix. Those are the three big ones. Dude, this is as far as I can bend my fucking thumb. It's broken for sure.
That sucks, dude.
What Disney's streaming service is going to be $70 a year, so that's cheap.
Not doing it.
That's cheap.
$70 a year. That's like $7 a month.
Yeah,
just under $6.50.
Yeah,
not doing it.
Xbox Live. Basically, I mean, it's a little bit over $5.
Bit more,
a little bit more than that.
Xbox Live.
Super cheap. And it's got all Marvel stuff, Star Wars, all the Fox stuff because they just bought
all the kids' movies.
All the kids' movies. So it's got a lot of good shit.
They'll get like 500 million people just off that.
Probably
for sure.
First day alone.
Freaking parents.
100%. Yeah. So
right.
at what point though? Like, how much is cable? I don't know. We haven't had cable in a long time.
Dude, that's what I will say. Because cable was like, I mean, it's probably like $80 a month or something.
So you could have
plus like if you want HBO, it's like an extra whatever. But like now, dude, like if you go Hulu Live Sports, it's like an extra like $40.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
To get live sports.
Yeah, because it's just turning.
And that's just sports. I'm like, well, I just
they've created this really cool thing of streaming, which was cheap, and now they're just turning it into cable.
Yeah.
And then they're adding ads before stuff, and they're doing stuff. So at one point, Netflix was going to do only trailers or ads for their original content before their stuff. And I'm like, sure.
Yeah, of course.
Do that. Like as a subscriber, I'm like, cool. I want to know more about your original content.
Right.
For me,
Yeah,
people
of course.
get pissed.
That's the only way to find out about it.
Yeah, it's the only way. Because they're not advertising on TV.
No.
Netflix, barely ever. I mean, they might do their big ones like Stranger Things.
I think they do like
Box or
Facebook
something.
and stuff. But,
yeah, maybe. But I don't care about that stuff. If I'm getting like commercials on, or like Verizon ads, then I'm a little bit upset because that's not what I purchased it for. But I keep saying this.
I don't think Netflix will ever do that though.
Yeah, I don't think so. But because people freaked out about having even original content stuff on there. But yeah, I mean, if you had 6 streaming platforms.
Yeah.
And,
that's a lot.
But even at 6, right? Like, on some of those, you're already paying more for cable, or less than cable.
Yeah.
Because cable.
But yeah,
Amazon Prime alone is more than cable, right?
Yeah, so say they're all like average $10 a month. So like Netflix, Hulu, Disney, Amazon,
NBC,
so it's $40.
The Warner Brothers one.
Yeah, NBC.
Yeah, there's CBS. Yeah. There's all these different ones that are popping up.
CBS is free, isn't it?
CBS Total Access, I don't think is free.
Ooh. Oh, no, what's the one? The CW.
CW is free.
Is all free. Yeah, you can watch like The Flash and stuff.
I mean, it's kind of crazy though. A lot of these things I'm talking about, it's like, at what point though will people just be like, this is fucking cable?
So here's the beautiful thing. My parents will always have cable. I know the login and the password.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, there is that's something though, and that's something that can't be stopped. A lot of people don't actually pay for Netflix, right? They just because Netflix at $12 can have 4 accounts.
But that's the thing is like because the basic package you get 1 login or whatever, and it's maybe 2, and it's like $9.
Yeah.
But then if you pay I think it's like up to like 14 now for 4.
Yeah, if I'm Netflix,
4 or 5.
that's my pricing low now. Pay 20 for 8.
Which like that's what we that's what we do. Like I pay the premium or whatever. It's like $15, $14, whatever. And then Scott uses it. Mm-hmm. I use it. My parents use it. Alicia has her own account, so it's 4, I guess. And then one guy I lived with in college.
Yeah.
And they just pay me.
Yep.
But like Netflix, like they were smart about it. They like instead of being like, oh, we don't want people to share.
They know what's going to happen.
They're just like, we'll just charge you a little bit more so that you have that.
Yeah.
Content.
Well, and because not only that, but they know that you have your phone, you have your iPad or your tablet, you got your Xbox, you got your you got all your different devices. You have to be able to log into because one person could have 10 different devices that they log into.
That's fine. You can be logged in as many as you want. You can only watch on so many at a time.
Yeah,
like you can only watch on 4 at one time.
Yeah,
and like it will kick you off.
But that's what I mean. Is that because
that was the big struggle early college when Netflix the streaming was the big thing, and that was it. Yeah,
dude. Yeah, speaking of this,
our roommate would be just text us, be like, all right, like which of you is watching my Netflix? I need it now. It's like, all right, dude, not doing it. Sorry.
Yeah, that happened a lot too for us because we'd let people use it, and then you'd be like, "Who the fuck is watching Golden Girls?
Yeah,
they need to get off."
Yeah, definitely.
Something like that.
Did you read that? Say when the Blazers were like making their playoff run or whatever, like there's a bunch of articles about Dame and stuff. So there's one in the Athletic one, and it was about like him in college and stuff, and like his roommates, like it was like his like college teammates and like coaches and roommates and stuff, and like the dude's just like crazy cheap, like his like
he is cheap.
His assistant coach or whatever like once like sent out a coupon that was like, buy one get one free for pizza or whatever, and he like, I guess Dame texted back within like 2 minutes and was like, if you ever get more of these, like send them to me. But like, so one of them was Netflix. He was on like his roommate's Netflix account or whatever, got drafted, and then like a year later he's already in the NBA making like $4 million a year or whatever, and like he's on a road trip or something, and he texts his roommate from college who's like I think still in college. He was like, hey man, it's like the credit card expired or whatever. He's like, what's going on with Netflix? I'm like, that's nothing against it, dude. I'm like, that's freaking awesome. That's and like incredible. That makes like such a great like personality. I'm like, dude, I love you, dude. Like, don't change. Like, that's so awesome.
Yeah, I've known that he was cheap for a long time because he lived with like he still lives. I think both him and CJ live with their mom. Like their mom lives with them. But like they're cheap so that they're to the point where it's like I want home cooked meals. So instead of most NBA players who make $196 million in their contract or whatever the fuck he just signed for a supermax, would hire a nutritionalist or hire a chef or whatever. Mom will make my food and she'll live with me and she'll be good. I'll take care of her.
Financially smart?
No, it's definitely cheap.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I think it's both.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're making $196 million over 4 years,
for sure,
it's financially smart, sure, but it's not paying for your Netflix account. That's cheap, dude.
That's
$12
cheap.
Bucks.
No,
you make that
being cheap
like less than a second.
No, I hear you. No, I hear you.
He's cheap for sure, which is fine.
I freaking love it. I think it's awesome.
Athletes have a problem with spending their money, so it's like
for sure.
to be the opposite. I think Kawhi Leonard was one who also like he drove like a beat down truck. Like he didn't buy stuff.
I think it's a lot more common now. Like players coming in, they're a lot smarter.
Yeah, smarter because they have to be because they're just
not buying big ass houses that they can't sell.
Yeah, they just go.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah. You buy. Yeah, you can't sell it. Like
he still has oldest house.
Nope.
People it's like $53 million or something.
Yeah, I think
like
he's dropped the price a couple times too. Actually.
Yeah, because people want the house, but no one can afford $53 million.
Yeah, or whatever it is.
So
it might be less than that. Maybe it's 53,000 square feet.
Would you say that there
ridiculous.
Is a problem with architecture in terms of being like too custom? Like people, this will have no resale value. I guess it's harder for you because you work more maybe not residential.
We don't do a ton of rentals, but I would say like no. I mean, unless you're going like extravagant.
Yeah, real bougie.
Yeah, I mean, obviously like the higher end, like you get into a certain market, like there's only a certain number of people that can afford that stuff.
Yeah,
but like they also want that.
Yeah.
So like, I would say it's not a problem. I mean, there's definitely houses like that out there, but I wouldn't say it's like a normal like common thing for
sure.
Like rich people to like go too extravagant.
Yeah, people are like
But yeah, dude, I was at my grandpa's house. He still has like Dish or whatever. So like I like was flipping through channels or whatever before I went to bed, and there's this like this show was like I bought an island or something.
Yeah,
this dude bought this island and he built
what a crazy thing to say.
25,000 square foot house or something. And it wasn't like a huge island.
You have so much money
because the island was like a mile. Like if you walked around the edge of the mile, it was like a mile.
Yeah, but still, you have to have so much money to ship all that material and the equipment.
Yeah, and he built it out of like steel and stone and stuff. And it was like he's like, my goal is like it should be here in 400 years. Like it was essentially like he built like a castle.
Yeah, I want to build a castle.
Yeah. I was like, are you insane? The guest house, 5,300 square feet or something.
Yeah,
crazy. What? It was insane.
Yeah, could you imagine having that kind of money?
Yeah, I don't know. The house had so many fireplaces, he didn't know how many there were. He couldn't count them.
Wow. Seems like a fire hazard. Oh shit! There was one behind the bookshelf. Shit. It's like, oh man.
It
was unreal.
It's almost $15 million for the house now.
15 million. Okay, yeah. So, but it's like 53,000 square feet or something, right?
It's
53,000.
Something like it was something ridiculous.
The
like that.
house alone is just under 33,000 square feet.
Yeah.
33 fucking
it's
thousand.
It's a 56,000 square foot property.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah.
But dude, yeah, it's unreal.
Yeah, he's got an indoor basketball court. Like,
estimated payment is $78,661 a month.
It's so much money.
Crazy.
Dude, that's
How would you ever build a house that big? Like, what are you doing with that much space?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, it's curious, right?
Like,
Yeah, that is like absurd. But like, not that Michael Jordan's worried about money. So
right, just boggles my mind though.
He is with the Hornets. He's like, I'm not paying the luxury tax for a team that's not contending.
That's just. I think he's just trying to like motivate people.
Yeah, motivating them to actually like make moves.
Because I don't think. Yeah, he's the first athlete to ever be a billionaire, isn't he?
Probably. He did the opposite though. Like in terms of motivating them, they just traded all their players and got nothing.
Yeah.
They're going to be so bad.
I don't understand. Like, you're the owner. Like, get in there and coach or something. Like, I would be like at practice.
Yeah.
Like,
He doesn't care though. There's probably
strap the jersey on again.
he just doesn't care.
Do you know how many people would love to see that?
Oh, for sure. My friend has a theory. He's gonna hate me because I'm sharing this on the podcast, but because somebody could steal it now. His theory is he's gonna buy the cheapest NBA team or the worst one. So right now the Suns, and he's going to so he'd buy that one for cheap, and then he would trade all the players, and then he would bring all of like the most famous players out of retirement. So like Shaq, Kobe, Michael Jordan, like Magic Johnson, like all these people that like obviously can't play anymore, but like they're just well known. He's like, people will come just to see them. He's like, and I'll have them sign like autographs and stuff after the game, so like extra money. He's like, then I'll make all this money, and then he's like, and then I'll just get all the best players.
That's interesting.
Why would any of those guys agree to that shit?
It would never work.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're never going to be able to pay Michael Jordan enough to do that. Any of those guys.
Yeah.
But
maybe Stephen A. Smith, but you know, that's all he's got.
Yeah, but it's
Stephen A. Smith, Tony Kornheiser, Michael Wilbon.
Who are the other guys on that? What's that other
funny,
show?
Like, his theory is funny.
What's that other show on there? It's the white dude, the black
guys?
dude.
PTI. Pardon the interruption.
Maybe.
Yeah, the guys that just yell at each other.
Shannon and
that's the black guy.
Yeah, what's the black guy and then the white guy?
Shannon's the black guy and then Max or Mark.
Is it
or
First
something?
Take? First Take?
I
don't know, but I don't.
They kind of jump around too. There was guests and stuff.
I freaking hate it.
They just scream at each other.
Yeah, this is annoying.
Yeah.
I love it.
I talked to Kevin Durant's friend and he said this, and then like next day Kevin Durant comes out, that's not what I said.
Yeah. I guess I heard that Kevin Durant committed to the Brooklyn Nets without even speaking to the GM. Like the Brooklyn Nets found out based off of his Instagram post.
Oh.
Could you imagine?
What are they going to say? No.
If I was, yeah, that's exactly what I'd say. I'd be like, hey, we're paying you like $20 million less now.
Yeah.
Because
you didn't.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You already announced it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, Kevin Durant. Plus, you're not going to play for them this year. There's no way that dude's playing.
No shot.
Yeah, I mean, at the earliest, probably All-Star break.
Yeah.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
He's going to take the full year off.
I would.
100%.
I don't know why he played anyway, but...
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I remember like listening to the podcast. He called it or whatever.
145.
We're at 145 right now?
Yeah.
Damn! We've been talking for an hour 45. Dude, didn't even notice.
Right?
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit more about Colin. Not architecture, though.
Okay, not architecture.
Not architecture. Yeah. Go to hobbies.
Hobbies?
Yeah, things that you like to do outside of that. Because we've known each other for a long time. We've gone through... different hobbies, but there were some stuff that, like Halo, for instance. Fucking great at Halo.
I still play Halo, yeah.
Dude, really?
I was...
Dude, this guy's an asshole.
Halo 5, I was probably up... Like, I was in the top 500 in the U.S. for a while.
Oh, shit.
See? This is somebody who... This is the thing. We used to play Halo 2.
I don't play that much either.
Yeah, which is annoying, right?
So frustrating. Wow. Halo, dude, Halo always takes my
I used to play a lot.
Well, so did I, and I was always trash.
Yeah.
Dude, so...
You're decent at Halo 5, actually.
Halo 2, I was really good at.
Okay.
Yeah, he was really good at Halo 2.
Halo 3... Not so much. I was literally the guy that they were like, "Hey, you run in there. We'll stick you with a grenade. You'll just be our like."
He was like our distraction.
Yeah, our distraction.
That's what I was. Go get the flag. We'll kill everyone.
Yeah,
that's
what I was because I couldn't do anything. Dude, I don't know why
I couldn't do that either.
Yeah, he'd get in the ghosts and just splatter people.
Yep.
Just distract them. They're
That's
like trying to kill him, and we're doing other stuff.
100%.
Halo 3 was like the first game that had where you could it like recorded your games and you could go back. There were so many hilarious. Like I think I might have been like top 5 ghosts. Like drivers, because I would that's what I would do.
Yeah, he was really good at it.
I would just get into the ghost.
I'm terrible at it.
And I would just
bad.
drive around, and I would just distract people so that they, because they're always like, oh, he's in the in a vehicle,
Right.
we had to stop him.
Yeah.
There were times where they would throw like the grab lift, and I would fly off that, and I would just nail people.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was just nuts.
To this day, you know what I still can't drive?
What?
Warthog.
Oh yeah, I got better at it.
Yeah.
But Halo 5, I got decent at. But Colin would play.
He's decent at Halo 5.
Like, because I would play games.
You
I
actually are
started to
better
play games
than Ray and Eno at Halo 5.
Yeah, I got to a point though where I was playing games like professionally, like on the keyboard, so it's different than controller.
Yeah,
Right.
it's different.
But then
yeah.
I would get on that and I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
But then Colin's like, oh, I haven't played in 6 months. Like, drops 30.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, this guy, he's top 25, just invited me to play, so I'm going to play with him. Like, fuck you, Colin.
Top 25.
Do you think that if we knew where esports would go when we were, 15, 16, that your life trajectory would be different? Do you think you would have tried to have played games professionally?
I don't know if it would have been different, but I think I would have tried, yeah. I think I would have tried to do it like on the side.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe take like a semester off or, like a year off of school. But
you're 17 years old.
Yeah.
Right? You're doing really well. And some team, there are teams. The esports thing has already been made.
Yeah.
It is where it is now.
Yeah.
You're growing up and you're real good. You're top 500. You don't think that you're trying to reach out? Or trying to figure it out? People will take notice.
I think I'd still go to college though. I think I'd try to be on like one of the college teams or. I mean, if it was a pro team, I guess I would try and play for them and.
They have salaries, man.
Yeah, I know they do. Yeah.
It's interesting.
I guess like, I don't know.
Halo's in the X Games.
Is it really?
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
That video games
I'm not that good. There is a definite skill gap from where I'm at. Like I'm.
Yeah, but if
I'm
you
the
played
type where
with
I
those
can
people,
I can be like average people and even like good good to like
Colin,
pretty
you were
decent
top 5
people.
or top 500. You were
but,
like top. You were
that's
like
in the U.S. though. I was like top like 8,000 in the world or something. That's a
fair.
lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair. But in the U.S., right?
Yeah.
If you start playing with those people,
Yeah.
esports is already made. You start playing with top 500 people every day.
Yeah,
you're gonna get better.
Well, and
they're gonna teach you
definitely, and I play better when I play with like.
When you play every day.
When I was getting in, because like Halo 5 does the like. Once you get to like the top 200 in like the ranked games, it tells you what like rank you are. So I got to the point where I like knew a couple of those guys and I was like playing with them on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. And because you're playing with them like as a team, you do better. Mm-hmm. And so like there was probably one night where I probably played like 5 or 6 hours because you get in those like with a group of guys like that and you just want to keep playing because you win every single game.
Yeah, you win all the time.
You win like 40 games in a row. You're like, well, why am I going to stop? I'm like, it's 3 a.m. I'm still not going to stop. Like I got to the point where I was playing with those guys and I probably out of like 40 games, like 30 of them I was the like leading scorer or whatever.
Jeez.
But it's just because we were playing with those guys.
Right.
Because when I play, there's like a group of guys right now that I play with. They're just kind of like people to get on. They're just probably a little bit better than Mitch. Like they're good.
Yeah, Sheeps.
But like
Sheeps and Collins.
Like I'm probably the best one in the group, but like I can't like carry them to the point where we
peasants.
win
Just
every
tell them
game.
what they are.
They're not
fucking peasants.
They're decent. Like there's definitely games they do better than me.
Are you guys? Hey, see that?
Yeah, but that's because you had an off game. You let them have it.
No, they have games where they're good.
No, you're too humble. You just gotta say it.
No,
Yeah, they're peasants.
There's definitely days where they do better than me, but it's like
but that's because you had an off day.
Yeah.
It's not because they had a great day. It's because you had an off day.
But like they're good enough to like I play with them on a regular basis.
Yeah, they're good enough.
They're good enough. I play with them on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Damn.
They're like his jesters.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, like there's definitely
it's in session, boys.
There's people that like are like they're not good enough. And I'm like I don't want to play with them because it's like so frustrating.
I'm one of those guys.
Yeah, it's like so frustrating. I mean, if we're just like messing around, like it's fine. But like if we're playing ranked games,
it's definitely that. Yeah, it's definitely that.
It's just frustrating.
It's that way for anybody who's good at anything.
Yeah, like I want to like play with you. Like I wouldn't mind playing with you. Like just because like it's fun.
But I would be one of those people where you're like, God, dude, you suck. I know that for a fact.
I'd rather play with you.
I could make you shine like an all-star.
Eno's out of our team, the 4 of us that used to play. Eno's the worst.
How come? Like worse skill level or worse to play with for what reason?
Worse skill level at Halo 5.
Yeah,
like he was
which
really
is so
good at Halo
funny,
3.
dude. Because
he's a professional gamer.
Yeah,
for a while.
For a while, he's professional, man, making salary money to play games. But it's obviously mouse keyboard, so it's different.
Mouse keyboard, and like he doesn't like Halo has like a little bit of auto aim. And like that like messes him up because like if you're shooting at one person, there's somebody behind him who's like low shield, and you want to shoot to that one, like it will sometimes auto corrects the other one, which like occasionally for me like I'll notice it and it is frustrating, but like it's to him it's the point where it's like debilitating, like he can't he hates it.
Yeah, there is that. And that's why people who would like talk trash to me about like how good they were at Fortnite on the Xbox, whatever. I'm like, so you got like fucking. I played that and it would just be like. you'll just be like shooting, like it'll just stick to that person.
Yeah.
So then it got hard because I couldn't build with the controller.
I can't build
so hard. Yeah,
but people are like,
yeah, they do all stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even play Fortnite anymore.
I played like maybe 8 games. I was like, nah,
I played a lot of it on the PC because it was really, really fun. But
I got into it for a while and then I just quit.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I buy Xboxes and I pay Xbox Live every year just to play Halo. And I probably play like once or twice a week.
Yeah, man, it's coming to PC too. They're doing that Halo Infinite thing and doing all this stuff. It's gonna be sweet.
Well, I don't. Is Infinite gonna be on PC?
Mm-hmm. PC and Xbox, yeah. Which I'll probably buy for the Xbox because that was the thing in school, man.
So much better.
Yeah.
I love controllers.
It's not. I said because I didn't know what you were gonna say. Yeah. That's a lie. Yeah. It's not better. It took me a really, really long time.
People are better on mouse and keyboard, but
it took me a long time to get used to it.
Yeah.
But once you feel comfortable, it's the best thing in the world, dude. In terms of gaming, so awesome. Yeah. But I just don't trust my thumbs.
I just like controllers because then I can lay back and play whatever game I want.
Yeah, but like
chill.
But when you're serious,
a video game, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're
no, that makes sense. Yeah.
And you're like, I want to win this game. Yeah. But that was the thing in high school, man. Halo 3 came out when we were in 8th grade, and we played for a long time where we would play. Yeah. We would play, and in between games, we would do our homework. Yeah. Yep. Well, some people would. I would not.
I did.
Yeah. People would do that. Yeah. That was what we would do.
Yeah.
Like in between games, like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
No, but there were
2 minutes. Sometimes playing Halo 3.
Depend on what.
If we were playing like trying to play like the objectives, so like capture the flag or
it'd be like 10-minute waits.
Yeah, it'd be like 10 minutes or whatever.
Gotcha,
like, a little longer.
Yeah, because we were
less people
good.
Play those.
And we were good.
Yeah, and we were really
so
good.
So we were ranked high. There was at one point, I think, in Halo 3 where the highest rank in the objective, I can't remember what it was called, but we were like the highest, and we were like 19, 20. It was the highest you could get because no one really played.
Yeah,
so there's no like MMR to steal from.
Yeah.
I 100% though. I think that if esports was where it's at now, and we were growing up, and you are just as good as you are now, or back then at your peak.
I was definitely better back then.
Yeah, let's say at your peak, and we were 17. Yeah. I think trajectory of life because just interest would change.
Maybe.
Yeah,
that's possible.
And it's what people want to be now, man. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's
just
cool.
where it's at. You'd be like, oh, dude. If I knew when I started streaming, because I started streaming in 2014. If I knew if streaming was around when I was 16. My life would be different. I know for a fact my life would be different because, like I said, like when we were talking about the other stuff, like notoriety and fame and stuff like that. In terms of people recognizing you, it's stuff that I really like for whatever reason. It's like maybe it's egocentric or. I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, don't care. I like it. Yeah. And I always said this when I was streaming, was like, I know that I have made it when somebody recognizes me outside. Mm-hmm. When someone's like, hey, you're that fucking guy? Yeah. And I'd be like, I am that guy.
Yeah. And you don't have to be that big. Like
you don't.
You have to be big, but you like 100,000 followers is enough.
Depends. But it was less for me, but I played a specific game, Paladins, so I went to an event for Paladins and Smite, ran by High Res, and I went in January, like 2 years ago, I think, because I went to go watch Eno play because his team was competing, so I was like, I'm gonna go. But I was big in that. I was probably top 5 streamers. Yeah. At one point,
you played a little bit. No,
I definitely played professionally too, but I wasn't on a stage ever. But then I was like top 5 probably streamers on that game at a certain point. Yeah. And we were in the hot tub. I was in with Eno, our friend. I actually can't even remember his real name right now. Z1, and then this Brazilian or Latin America, Brazilian, Mexican like team because that's what their region was. And this girl who's there with her boyfriend like taps me on the shoulder and she's like, hey, are you Bacon 5-0? And I was like, I am that person. That's exactly what I said. I was like, I am him. That's me. But internally, on the outside, cool. That's me. It's whatever. Inside, I'm like, oh,
this is it.
This is it. And I thought it was kind of funny because they were at an event for the people that I was in the hot tub with. Not for me, but they recognized me. So it was kind of funny. And then I've like severely dropped off from streaming since then. It's all been like D&D and stuff like that. But I know I have like a feeling, or I had a feeling.
Maybe, I mean, I was looking at it right before I moved back. Just because I was curious. And I was like, man, I played a lot of Halo. And I was looking it up. If you combine like Halo 2, which is when I got my Xbox, and it was after it had been out for a while. Like I got it probably like 2 or 3 years after Halo 2 came out to like now Halo 5. And there was like, I didn't play much Halo 4 or Reach, which were like in there, but I've played like 24,000 games or something, like ranked games.
Yeah. No, it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
That's the one thing is I remember games used to not tell you how long you played them.
Yeah.
And I wish that that's how all games were now, because like there are certain games where I look on Steam and it's like, oh, you've played this game for 10,000 hours. You're like, holy shit. I never want to say wasted.
Yeah.
Because it's obviously an entertainment thing.
Yeah.
Because if you round it up how much basketball you've watched.
Yeah. Yeah.
Countless hours. Baseball. How many baseball games have you watched? Or hours have you watched baseball? Countless hours.
Yeah.
So it's not a waste of time because it's what you enjoy. It's entertainment.
For sure.
But there are times I know where I fucked around on games where I probably could have been doing way more productive things.
Yeah.
So when I hear it's like, oh, you've been playing this game for, I mean, even 300 hours is a long time.
You're definitely, you were definitely like, in high school, you were like the jock or like you were pretty popular. People knew you and stuff, but you were definitely like one of the nerdiest people I knew.
I would talk about this all the time.
Even like I was like in like a lot of AP classes and stuff. Like I was like a salutatorian. I had like a 4.0.
Yeah, I did not have that. I didn't do great in school.
So I knew a lot of the nerds and like I like the true nerds and stuff.
Yeah.
But like you were still one of the nerdiest people I knew.
But no one knew.
But no one knew.
Dude, yeah,
that's so funny.
I say that I was in a nerd closet.
Yeah.
I never came out. No one knew. No one knew that I was as. I mean, certain people knew.
Yeah.
But
Right.
most people never knew how nerdy I was.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. And now I don't care.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I love nerdy shit.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, D&D, man. Once you get to D&D, I was like, wow, he's like
Dude,
next
you would
level
love
nerd.
D&D.
Level.
Yeah,
You would
it's
love
new level
D&D.
right there.
You would.
I'm not saying I wouldn't, but just out of like principle,
Of what?
I don't know. I'm not trying to be that nerd, man.
Yeah.
I'm still in those labels. in my life.
No, you would really
No,
enjoy
I
it.
probably would,
I know
yeah.
everyone would.
probably
We talked
would.
about this last time too. There's a role playing game out there for everybody.
Yeah.
Whether that's D&D fantasy or
Yeah.
it's like a sci-fi game.
Yeah.
I have a game over there called Tales from the Loops. That's more sci-fi kids game. You play kids.
Yeah.
Play as kids.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I just like some of that stuff. I was like,
it's like Stranger Things. It's literally like Stranger Things.
I just have to be careful because I know I would get like sucked
Sucked
into
in.
it.
Dude,
So I just, like,
I'm an obsessive personality, so
like, I enjoy Halo. Like I play basketball. Like I haven't been playing recently, but I would like to get back into that.
We're going to start a team. You wanna play?
Okay,
You guys
yeah, I
wanna play?
definitely want to be on a team.
Yeah.
It's like THPRD or Church League.
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing though. Like I'm
We
that
don't
kid
care.
that. All right.
Yeah.
As long
that's
as you know what
fine.
you're getting into.
Yeah, shoot.
I don't want to ruin the game.
Everyone
for
pay.
you.
Yeah.
Everyone pays $60,
Basketball, I don't
and that's
care.
just what it
It's
is.
fine.
Yeah, throw the ball at the hoop.
But yeah, so
One of us will get it eventually.
That's the. Yeah, so I just like stuff like that. Like I have to be careful because I'm like TV. Like if I start a new series, I get sucked in.
Yeah, but
that's
so you
so
kind of
easy.
have an obsessive personality too.
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
Get
definitely.
locked in.
Yeah.
I
like,
do.
And I'm the type of, like I have to finish something. Like you know what I mean? Like I started it and like I can't stop it until I finish
Even
it.
if it's a terrible show.
It's a terrible show. Like shows, I can kind of like I'm like whatever. But like books, like I've read a lot of books and I'm like this is a terrible book.
Dude, all the time.
But it's like to the point where like I can't like I come home and I'm like I have to read my book. Like
I can walk away from that, no problem. If it's terrible, I'm just no.
No, you know why? Because I feel bad for the person that wrote it.
Oh, that's
They got your money already.
I don't know. Like it's like something that's just
Yeah,
embedded.
but they
in
put the
me.
work
I don't
in,
know.
Yeah,
right?
They got your money, so their work's rewarded.
No, not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'm like, somebody spent the time to write this 400-page book. I'm gonna get, because dude, you never know. What if you get to page 350, you got to page 300 and it's ass, and then you get to page 350 and there's some huge plot twist that changes the whole book.
This way, if I'm at page 300 and it's still ass,
That's the
I'm
furthest
100%
Yeah, but this is because he
It's
reads
the
like
furthest he's
picture
ever
books.
read.
He's like his library would just be
picture books.
his-
You look at picture
There's
books.
still words in picture books.
No, that's why it's a picture
Not a
book.
true picture book.
Yeah.
A true
I don't
picture
know.
book would not.
All
have
all his books on his library are just I Spy books.
Yeah,
That's what they are.
Dude.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I'm all about ice.
Where's
Yeah, where's Waldo? That's it. Yeah.
There's some Waldo that it's real
Clifford the
loud.
Big Red Dog.
Dude, Clifford, that takes me back. I was a Captain Underpants kid.
Colin used to
okay.
have these books, these
Scooby-Doo books?
Scooby-Doo books that I
Oh,
read all the
I
time.
love
I was
that you
going to
know
mention
that,
that last
yeah.
time when we talked about Left Behind.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo books too. Yeah, I just read all of them.
I probably had like 30 Scooby-Doo books.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
I remember I did Captain Underpants and I tried to do that as a book report and the teacher was like, no.
Really?
Dude, what?
try
I don't
Do you remember like the
understand that.
read-ins in like
Teachers are
elementary
asses.
school where
Yeah.
like you like it's like you
Drop
read,
everything and read.
drop everything and read and you bring like your blankets and
Yeah.
like yeah I remember bringing
Yeah, about
Scooby-Doo's in
hour
for
two,
those.
I
It's
was like,
fun.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I remember there got to a
fun.
point though too where like nobody in my class cared about it anymore, so it like turned it into a game of like how loud could you talk before the teacher was just like, read.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, you seem to have like whatever teachers you had like really deterred you from reading.
No, reading was just so easy growing up that it was just boring because it wasn't a challenge.
So easy. Wow.
I don't know what that means.
He's just better than us.
Like, no,
he's so easy at reading.
I'm the average white guy. I'm not better than anything. No, so like in 2nd grade we had to do like the reading test, and like my teacher brought a book, and like I read it.
But it seems like every time that you wanted to do a certain book or talk about a certain subject, you're like, no.
Oh yeah,
you can't do that.
Yeah, because I would challenge myself.
Yeah.
There's stuff on Captain Underpants that I'm sure you could write some shit on.
Yeah, no, that's not the point. Like the point was like
Colin,
I wasn't
someone made a net
myself.
with bolts that made the sound of the ocean. Okay, you can be creative.
That's different.
My freaking
But I'm saying that was creativity, right?
Yeah.
No,
sure.
There's a lot of creativity that goes into Captain Underpants.
I was the kid that was like doing it because it was the easy way out. So that's why they wouldn't let me do it.
So what?
And now it fucked me up, and I hate reading.
That's my point,
Good
though.
work, teachers. Just
Good.
kidding.
That's my point. Is because if you make someone do something, especially at a young age, with that they already don't want to do, and now you make them read something that now they don't really want to read, they're not going to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
you probably would have put in a way better job on a book that might have been a joke for you.
Oh, for sure.
Than on a book that would have been what they wanted.
Yeah, but then too, like, then I was basically like breaking the rule because I said like it has to be a book at your level and it can't be like anything easy. It's like I enjoyed it, but like
you can't. But what are they looking for? Like, what are they looking for? If they want to challenge you, they just make you ready.
I can't have my cake and eat it too.
What's up?
I will have my cake and eat it too.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
So like you just gonna put the cake in front of you and not eat it?
Basically, yeah. I don't like sweets.
That's
Full circle. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that's lame.
No, I mean it definitely was, and like
I saw it happen all the time with my friends that like just don't read anything.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, maybe it's just because I'm creative and I like to write and read and I like D&D and stuff like that. But it's always a bummer when
people say they don't like to read.
People are like they don't like to read. It's like, dude, you're missing out on some crazy stories. Like if you just watch Harry Potter, you don't get out of it what Harry Potter is really about.
See, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Like, dude, you shouldn't be. That's
those
the problem.
books get so thick. I'm not making that investment.
Dude, there's so.
You don't even notice at the end of it though. I read those senior year. Like I hadn't read any of them. I hadn't seen any of the movies, and then I went to the movie. I'd seen some of them. I think it was somebody I was dating or something. I don't remember. It was the second to last. It was part one.
Part one, Deathly Hallows.
Okay.
And so I was like, well, before part 2 comes out, I want to read them. And so like January, which is still basketball season, I like read all 7 books. Mm-hmm. And it was like all I did. Because we would basketball, so like I would like basketball practice, come home and I'd read for like 3 hours or whatever. And then like I remember getting to the end and I was like, I have to finish this. And I was like that kid like in between classes, I was like walking around reading because I was like, I didn't finish it.
That's exactly what I did. I got in trouble for reading math class. Yeah. To finish the book.
Yeah. And then it was crazy. And then I finished and I was like, well, what do I do?
Here's the thing.
Because that's all I done. I hadn't hung out with anybody. That's all I done for like a month.
There's so much in that book, in all the books, that people just don't realize where you just lose out on some of the magic.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm okay with that one. I'm sure they're great.
For Game, even for Game of Thrones, like you missed out on. If you haven't read them, you've missed out on so much.
I'm okay with that one.
Why?
Yeah, if I watch Game of Thrones, I think I'd be okay with that one.
Yeah, I'm not.
Dude, you like fantasy stuff. I don't think you would.
I know, but it's just there. I guess I do agree with David a little bit. There is a commitment and like.
Fuck you, Colin.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry,
dude. I don't know. I think if you
as I get older, I just realize like you really truly do have like a limited amount of time to do things.
Yeah,
so like you have to kind of pick and choose what you wanna.
But like my thing is
which I can't really talk with Halo, but
with your personality, I think when you got to a certain point that deviated from the storyline. So like when you get to a point in Game of Thrones, it deviates from the original storyline because there's stuff that they just can't do. Yeah. In the amount of time that they have.
Yeah.
When you learn that, you're gonna be like, I want to know. I think with your personality, maybe that's what would happen, dude.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying, like, as of right now,
that's a big, it's a big ask.
Yeah, but like, think about all the time you waste now.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah,
so like, if we're gonna talk about time,
I for sure waste time.
Yeah, if we're gonna talk about time, like, you could easily to me, reading Game of Thrones is probably more productive than a lot of other things.
I'm not saying it's a time thing. I'm just saying I personally don't want to go through 700 pages of shit.
Yeah,
dude, it's so good.
For me, it's like I look at it like before I start something, I'm looking at it as like the whole block of time at once, not like, hey, if I spend an hour reading like a couple times a week,
this is gonna take me a month.
Yeah, but like I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's like 200 hours of reading like, when am I not going to find 200 hours? You know, because like that's once I start it, like I'll get into it and it's fine. Like I'm the same way with everything, like not just books or whatever, but like just anything I do. I like in my head, I'm like, I don't know if I can commit to that because that's a ton of like that's a lot of time.
Just like
but once I start, like I'm fine.
Specifically with Harry Potter, the Weasley family is way more prominent in the books than they are in the movies, and even in the movies they're pretty big. But you don't learn anything about Percy in the movies, and in the books he's like it's a huge thing where you're like as a reader you're upset with Percy because he chose like. Basically, without knowing it, but with being told it, that he was choosing the bad side. Yeah. And you see him in the movies, but they didn't really make him a big actor or anyone, so you didn't notice. Yeah. You learn about Neville's parents way more because you go to like the hospital where they were tortured basically into insanity. So you learn about them, and like you see so much really. The Half-Blood Prince, people hate that movie. Best book, I think. It's one of the better books. That movie. Yeah, but a lot of people don't like it that much. But it's one of the best books because
I read the books,
of how much stuff goes into it. And then, I mean, even when you look at the movie franchise itself, there is the Fantastic Beasts is a book within the book. Like, it's literally bookception. Like, they read the book called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them in Hagrid's class, which is about Newt Scamander, who's in Fantastic Beasts movies. Yeah. And it's going through that and learning more about Albert. There's so much to unpack.
Fantastic Beasts are good movies, by the way. I don't know if you guys seen those.
They're really good. But that's why I really... And that's part of the nerdiness. Is like, that's super cool to me that that somehow somebody... has thought of a way to build a universe that doesn't only just build within the main storyline of what you're talking about, but so far extended that you could write about a book and make that an actual textbook and to make that even a livable story outside of just the historical fiction fact in that universe. That's insane. I mean, Tolkien wrote languages. Created Orcish, Elvish.
What are you doing right now? What's your day to day? Like, what's your... Like at work.
I work tech. So I'm at I'm literally at a desk like this in the middle of a lobby that waits for employees to come up to me and ask me to fix their computers.
Oh, okay. And have you ever thought about like being a recruiter or something?
No.
Everything he does is all about connections. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Like just him talking, he's like, I like it when it connects like dots and like.
I've
blah,
never
blah,
thought about it. Yeah.
And then like what were you saying earlier? Like you want to like be famous or whatever because you like when people make the connection.
Yeah.
Like you could be the guy that connects other people. You like connections.
Yeah, I do like that kind of stuff. I'm pretty social too. I'm social, but I'm not. I'm like an introverted extrovert, I guess. Like I like when I'm out, I have fun. Yeah. But I like to stay in.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah,
so I don't know. I mean, I'm not good at it. Yeah. I really like people. So like in terms of, intimate conversation. Yeah. So I hate going out because a lot of times going out, it's a lot of small talk, it's a lot of bullshit. Yeah. And it's often in places where you can't really hear anyone talk anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'd rather like sit and play board games or whatever.
Yeah, we do that a lot.
Yeah.
Or Tanya loves games, like, so we play like Yahtzee, play all different sorts of shit all the time. Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
That's fun stuff.
Cool.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
All
I'm still mad at you for not reading books,
Dude, I read books, but I'm very selective.
What was the last book you read?
It's not fiction, it's like self-help stuff.
Yeah.
It's like how to not have a boner in class. Those kind of books.
No, I was never that kid.
Whatever.
I
That's
think
a lie.
The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Okay.
I read it like
I've heard that's a good book, actually.
It's so good.
Who was telling me that? I don't even remember. I've heard it's like really good though.
I read it a handful of times.
Somebody that it was my classmate. Yeah, he was like super like anxious and stuff about thesis, and then he's like, I read this book. It helps. It's awesome. Yeah,
it's cool. Yeah. So I read that. Yeah. I read that book in a day, actually, cover to cover, one day, one sitting. Yeah.
Good.
Didn't move.
I'm happy for you. I like that.
No, it was like a couple pictures, a couple words.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. I think not only does it help creatively, but like. Obviously, reading's going to make you smarter. So,
yeah.
It's, especially nowadays where most people get all of their news from, or anything from Facebook and other stuff. It's like, I guess you can't always make sure that it's 100% accurate, but that, that's where you're going to get the good shit.
Right.
You're going to get a lot of good stuff.
It's definitely on my to-do list.
Yeah. It's proven that you like reading more helps. What you should do is like, I bet you would like this. It's like New York Times, because they have good articles and usually longer. Like if you got, I think it's like $2 a week or something. You might like that because then it's like reading about current event stuff, which you might read about anyway. Okay. But just reading like longer things.
I'll give that a shot.
My thumb is fat, guys.
Oh Lord. That's broken.
I think it is
Do you
broken.
ice
I
it?
don't know. Yeah. I iced it earlier. It doesn't, like...
It'll keep the swelling down.
It just
if you
feels
can move
fat.
it like that's not broken.
Yeah, it just feels fat. I think, like... Because I...
sprained.
So what happened was we went boating. I did, dude. He didn't do anything for me, really. He was like, you want ibuprofen? I was like, dude, you're a doctor. Help me out.
Dude,
but there's
CBD
obviously
oil.
not much he can do.
He's
CBD
also
oil.
not a doctor.
Sure,
Doesn't know
but
enough yet.
yeah, he knows a lot more than what you'd think.
He might know about like your
crazy.
like intestines or something.
I don't know.
He probably hasn't done the thumb.
Yeah, the thumb class.
Class, yeah.
Yeah. No, I was so we were inner tubing and I was with John and it just came down weird. And well, it either came this way or this way, but I don't know. And so I let go and I tried to like I don't remember. I thought we were upside down.
Basically, it hit something.
Yeah.
That's all you know.
Yeah, I don't know. He said it might have been his head. I don't remember.
Is it like super painful and like sensitive to touch or?
Oh yeah, I mean this is fat right here, dude.
Well, yeah,
like,
but, like-
I can't. Yeah.
That's definitely just like a sprain or
It's like
bruise.
sprain,
It's
I
probably
think.
a really
Yeah.
bad bruise.
Bruise, whatever it might be, but it's fat right now.
Dude, it's so.
But yeah, I was like, I came out of the water
Double thumb.
because I didn't know. I didn't know, and so like I thought I had dislocated because I dislocated this thumb before.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta
So-
text more and lose some of that thumb.
Oh, was
weight.
that when we were playing football at the park by my house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I like brought it up out of the
Yeah,
water,
I did it.
and I
I
like
did
tried
do
to
it.
pull it, right?
Yeah.
Like I
Oh.
pulled on it.
That's like the worst thing you can do.
And then to try and like relocate it because I thought it
Yeah.
might be and because I had already dislocated, you could see that already kind of has a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, it might,
Cricket thumbs.
you know, so I'm gonna try and get it back in, and it didn't move, and it didn't hurt too bad, and it started to hurt later and started to swell, and then it's hard to move. But yeah, he was just like, I have brat, but like, do you want to take ibuprofen? I was like, yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, that's fine, I guess, but yeah, it was a bummer for me.
Yeah.
Everyone else had. I mean, I had a blast, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that I went. But I just couldn't hold on to anything because I could have like wakeboarded, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't make the grip and do all this shit. But
Get stronger fingers, man.
yeah, but I'm like
You've
trying to
lined on your
like
thumb
grab
too
stuff.
much.
It's weird because
Yeah.
oftentimes
Take
you
it
just
for
don't
granted.
think about
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
then I'm like, I like try and grab my cup, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh god, that fucking hurts.
That's like when you like jammed your pinky in basketball and you taped it.
Yeah,
like
just-
you could tape any other finger, but you tape your pinky, and
It's
like
weird.
it's crazy how much you use your pinky when you're
But
dribbling.
you don't realize. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing too was while we were boating, he brought a an inner tube. The first one where the middle, I guess there must be a hole in it because when we had blown it up and Jesse and I went out first.
Yeah.
And within like the first 5 minutes, like the middle deflates.
You guys are just
So-
too fat.
Dude, have you ever been sat on an inner tube
That's deflated.
while being pulled behind a boat?
It's like without having an inner tube.
It hurts so
Oh, yeah,
bad.
for
It was
sure.
literally water going straight up your asshole. To a point where you had to, I'm being serious, like you had to like arch your back and bring your butt up. Because it was just, and I can't tell you how sore I am right now. Dude, it hurts so bad.
That's why he's sitting in the comfy chair over there.
Yeah. So my back, my butt cheeks, my thumb hurts, my everything. Like I'm so sore, and
love it.
I think it's mostly because of those times. But yeah, we were going, and Jesse just texted us actually. What do you say? He said, "My abs and legs are done. It's like finished. They're just terrible." And yeah, it was a rough time.
Yeah.
It was.
I love it.
Yeah.
It was bad.
That's incredible. I love it.
Yeah, it's so funny watching, because guys like me and John, you know, we're obviously gonna be stronger than like Tanya
Yeah, oh,
and
yeah.
like Chelsea who
For
are there.
sure, yeah.
So it was funny to like watch us do it and then to watch the girls do it because they're just they're getting flown around. Like Tanya's legs would fly up and like. It was all crazy, and it was like
Yeah.
watching them. They're just basically like rubber,
Just
like,
ragdolls?
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
being tossed
That's
around. So it was
hilarious.
really
I've
funny.
never been tubing.
Really,
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it's
so
super fun.
You gotta get two though. It's more fun when you get two and you try and knock the other person off the bears.
Yeah, we used to do two.
It's so fun. Yeah,
We used to do two with
you do
Devin,
like two
yeah.
or three.
Yeah, but yeah, we just did the one, and with two people on it, and it was a blast.
Yeah.
We would sit. I know a lot of people would do this
Yeah,
shit.
lay on it. Yeah, that's
Dude,
what we used to do.
If
Yeah.
I swear, we got 10, 15 air, to like feet of air.
Really? That's
We were
insane.
I thought we
It's
were.
because all the weight's back. So if you
Yeah,
like,
so we're
catch
like,
something, yeah.
we can pull,
Yeah.
right? And if we were like this, you know,
Yeah.
stomach first,
Yeah.
it would have hurt. So it would have been so bad. Like, and they were like, "Oh, you don't need to wear a life jacket." And I was like, "Dude, you're whip. Like, if I hit his head and we get knocked unconscious,
Oh, for sure.
both
yeah.
of us are knocked out.
Yeah.
You have to wear it. You have to,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have
Who
to
are
wear
you
a life
gonna
jacket.
save?
Isn't that illegal to not wear a life
I don't
jacket?
know. I would assume, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
but like, because someone asked just for swimming, do we need to wear life jackets just to swim?
Oh, yeah. No, you
And
yeah.
then I was like, I don't know, like, I guess, like,
You don't have
I don't
to.
know,
no,
you don't have
just
to.
for
But
swimming,
then
no.
someone said something about that. I was like, dude, if I get knocked unconscious, I need that.
Oh, I would for sure want to wear a life jacket. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, who are you gonna save? Like, you got 2 people to save. I mean, I know that there's more than you guys on the boat, but like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
Dude,
I'm
that's a
over here and they're
big
over
old
there. How are you
bug.
gonna get
Yeah,
both of
for
us?
real.
You see that, dude?
Yeah.
That's a massive bug behind you, dude.
Mosquito, yeah.
Well, it's a mosquito eater. Yeah, that thing's huge. It's been eating all of
massive.
its friends.
It's like the size of a basketball, dude.
Where'd that come from?
Oh, the chimney?
Just mess
Just
with
flew
people on the
down.
podcast.
Crazy. Yeah, it's like, oh, they're talking again. Oh well, whatever.
That's weird.
Yeah, we should all go because it's fun. The last time
That's
I
super
saw
fun.
you was at the river that we went to. That was the last time.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
when you, Alicia, Tanya, and I went to
Yeah,
the
that was
river.
fun. Yeah. That was a good time.
It was a good time.
Super far away,
That
though.
It is
It's like
far.
2
It's pretty
hours
deep.
away.
Yeah.
He's like, there's going to be no one there. We show up, it's packed. There's
There
people
was
everywhere.
no one there when we got there, though.
Oh, when we got there, it was packed.
It was like North Fork River or something.
It just landed on you.
Land on me.
You're not afraid of that, but you're afraid of spiders, dude? Come on, man. It's like the same thing.
There, dude.
Just get on.
Put them in your ass, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I told you, dude.
That's crazy.
This is a slight interruption.
I don't
know?
know where it is. I don't know. Oh, shit.
That's funny that both of you guys didn't say shit until it landed on me.
Well, dude, no, it was just like, oh! It was just coming in hot. I didn't want to make a big distraction, and then...
Yeah, we're trying to be professional
Yeah,
on a
you know?
Who?
podcast. Me and David.
Oh,
we're trying
sorry.
to be professional.
Hilarious.
Me too.
Oh, shit.
I gotta sit like this now. I don't want to sit in the back. But yeah, that was the last time I saw you. That was over a year ago.
Yeah, that was a
think.
while ago.
Oh, he's back now.
Was that after the, that had to have been after the wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like only a little bit after the wedding.
Okay.
Not long.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bummer. Yeah, I try and catch up with people on back, but like I'm usually back for like 4 days, and it's just like
Yeah.
so. It's
What?
good to be back.
What time are we at now? 2 something?
2 hours, 18 minutes.
18.
Like,
Okay, we're
like
gonna
a
tell.
record.
You're gonna tell one more story. This is
One
a
more
record.
story.
How? Well, not even a story, but just your perspective on being married and then being away from each other for a significant
Oh,
period of
yeah.
time. Like how'd that work? Because my cousin got married. His name's Fede, but he's from Argentina. She met him while studying abroad.
Yeah.
So they got married, but it has been a whole process on getting him to be able to come.
Yeah.
So for the first full year, he wasn't even allowed to come visit.
Oh yeah.
She
that
had to
sucks.
visit him.
Yeah, that's way worse.
And
yeah.
so they
well,
were
I
doing all
guess
this
she can
stuff.
still visit. That's I mean that's
Yeah,
at
she
least
can go
good.
visit
Yeah.
him, but he can't come to
Yeah,
America.
yeah,
So they're
yeah.
waiting to get all this stuff and
Yeah,
doing all these
that's a
different
long
things.
process to get a visa.
A little different,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
still apart.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, how has it been for you?
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I proposed and then like left for school. I was like, you want to marry me? All right, see ya. Thanks. And then we got married. We did like 1 year engagement, got married like the instant we got back. That was rough, man. I'll tell you, like I had finals and then I like 2 days after my final, I had to fly home and then we got married like 2 days after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like, that was like so stressful. She called me like the weekend before my final was like Tuesday. She called me like Sunday night or something, and she's like, "So what kind of flowers do you want for the centerpiece?"
You're
I was
kind
like,
of
"Are you serious right now? You're asking me about flowers?" I was like, "No more wedding questions until I'm done with school."
You do it all.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, no, it's just like the 3 days or whatever.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I actually helped quite a bit. Like I did all the invitations and all that stuff. I printed all that, like designed it, printed it, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Nice.
I had a fun time at your wedding. It was blessed.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so I mean, long distance was, I mean, it definitely sucks. Like we're like, oh, it's gonna be better because we're married. Like, we had never lived together, so like we lived together. Like we got married over the summer, lived together for 3 months. We're like, oh, it's gonna be better. Like blah blah blah. 'Cause we're married and we just feel closer or whatever. And like it was definitely harder. But and well, and the other thing is she started school and we're like, oh, it's gonna be easier. Like you're in school, but then it was like. We were
3 hours
both
apart.
super busy, and then you're 3 hours apart.
Yep.
So it's just like timing was rough. Like ideal time for her to talk was like 8 or 9 o'clock, but that's like midnight for me. And I'm like, I need to go to bed. Like, so yeah, it was just like stuff like that was really tough.
But
Her being in school, we did get to see each other more. We saw each other like every 3 weeks, and then like the last 2 months we didn't see each other, just because like that was we
you
neither
she
of us
was
had
flying over, you were flying home, or
it was both. So like med school, they have the block schedule, which is
Yeah.
like they could be 3 weeks or like 6 weeks. Like it's just random.
Yeah.
So like I had all the big stuff like Thanksgiving, Christmas. We had like it's called winter session, like J term. So like you have one class in January. It's like usually an elective, so you can focus on it and like enjoy it.
Yeah.
So then I had like another week break after that, and then spring break and stuff. So I would come home for all those, and then she would come out for her block, like in between her blocks.
Right.
So like it actually worked out. We saw each other like every 3 weeks, except for the last two months.
Yeah, still that can be even taxing though too, because the fly out's money. And,
it was a lot of money, and
lot
like
that goes into
it's
it,
exhausting.
sure.
Like I would be fine not flying for like 2 years or something, like because I was flying a lot. Because the first year she was working, so it was me that was coming out. She never, because like coming out for a weekend is not worth it. It's too long of a trip. So it's a 6-hour flight.
Plus you lose time when you're on your way there. 6-hour flight, but you lose 3 hours. Now it's 9 hours.
It's terrible. So she would take like a red eye. She did it once. She like took a red eye, got there, and then like Saturday's basically shot because she's so tired. And then like hang out like Saturday afternoon, and then like Sunday, and then like she'd have to leave like Sunday night, get back like early Monday, and then like go to class or go to work or whatever. It's just, it was like it was terrible.
A lot.
So yeah, that was like, it wasn't ideal, but like, you know, it did teach us that we had to like communicate really well. Like it forces you to do communication because that's all you have.
Yeah.
So like you talk on the phone, you text, or like you use Skype or whatever. So like that's kind of like that's it. You know, like it's so you have to communicate. You have to describe your feelings, like what you're mad about, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I need to talk to you. Like I need an extra hour to talk to you this week because like whatever's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
Well, I hear people getting home, so might be a good time to cut it because I've got more questions, but I'm afraid people are gonna burst in and it's gonna be like the Kool-Aid Man.
Call it part 2 then.
cool.
Yeah, we could
come back out.
Yeah, hit another time.
Yeah, I'll answer questions.
yeah, for sure. Well, thanks for coming, man.
Yeah.
It was a blast to have you.
Yeah, of course.
It's good to see you.
It's good to catch
Yeah, it's
up.
good to see you, man. Yeah. I saw your dad. Like, I thought it was you. I saw the Mustang.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was you. Like, I was by Thriftway. This is probably like a year ago. I was by Thriftway. And I was like, oh, I was wondering if it was David. I like followed like as much as I could. You turned in the neighborhood and everything.
Yeah.
And then I finally at one point was able to like, get close enough, and I was like, oh, it's not him. It's his dad. It's like, dang it.
Yeah.
But
Awesome,
it's good
man.
to see you guys.
Yeah, glad to have you.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get you on again.
Yeah.
And thanks, man.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate it. Thanks for listening, guys. We will be, we are on Twitter at Neighbor Podcast, Instagram at Neighbor Podcast. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever on whatever platform you're listening to. If you want to follow Colin's Instagram, it's Colin Edward21 on Instagram.
Colin with one L.
Yeah, Colin with one L.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
I like didn't
That's
notice
all right.
it, and I was like, oh, there's supposed to be one L there.
Shit.
But
fine.
yeah, Colin with one L, Colin Edward21 on Instagram. And we just appreciate you guys listening. We're almost at 900 total downloads. So,
Woo woo.
yeah. Thanks, guys.
So, adios.